Well, good evening to you all, one and all, to coming along here tonight, to taking time out of your busy schedule, your hard week, taking time out of your life, putting aside your wife and kids, locking the dogs in the cage so they don't bother you, so you can sit down there by your PC or stick us in your earphones and your iPods and your ridiculous fucking Android devices, and to come here and listen to episode 167 of the DHB radio show. Of course, my name, as always, never changes. It's Scott the Sasquatch Taylor, and you can see joining me in the studio tonight, if you're watching live, at dhbradio.com/live every Monday night from 7:30. You can see the wonderful, the talented, some would say the supermodel quality, the long-legged fuck of a boy, it's Mr. Pink. Mr. Pink, how are you doing, sir?
Good evening, Mr. Sasquatch.
Again, I'm loving this new microphone because you sound magnificent. It's just it's the bass. I don't know if I've got the level set properly, but I don't care because you sound good, sir. I mean, we've had a couple of messages from folks saying, mounting the speakers and stuff and hearing Mr. Pink's drawl.
Well, it's better in real life as well. This is just giving you a sample.
Oh, really? So, I mean, because of course you have been, you've been back bouncing again recently in recent weeks.
I have been back on the door.
And has the vocal range helped at all in charming the public?
It has, although at the weekend when chatting to a lady,
right,
she burst into tears.
Oh. Did you take the mask off?
No. Well, the mask wasn't on, so
right,
but that wasn't why. In fact, there was a few wee stories from the weekend, actually. And I'll go into one. But anyway, no, I was chatting to this lassie, and I'm not joking you. It's all I can say.
You were chatting to the lassie, or were you giving her the chat?
Well, no, she was just passing the time. I was standing there doing the doorman thing.
Right, picking your nose and drinking coffee.
Well, no. I was inside.
Grabbing girls' bums and you know...
Allegedly.
Okay.
So surveying the dance floor, and she was boogieing on down. She was sitting down. She was giving it the old, how's it going? But no, the old fucking...
Is that how they dance? Like an old dad. The shoulders come up, the arms go forward a little bit.
No, I can't replicate what she did, but my heavens, she had puppies that would make you want to sit up and beg for buttermilk.
Right, okay.
And she was giving it what for?
If you're selling any of those puppies, I'll have the one with the big pink nose.
Oh, you better believe it.
Okay, right.
I'll tell you what she looked like. She looked like Emily Mortimer, if anyone knows, the actress out of 51st State.
Oh, Emily Mortimer.
Yeah.
I have no idea who you fucking want to do.
Fucking twat. No, hot little thing. And she was boogieing on down and she was having a good time. We're pals and all that. She was chit-chatting away and all that. And then she just sort of, we were chatting. I was saying, oh, you having a good night? Yeah. Oh, having a good time and all. What about yourself? Yeah, fine. It's a nice mellow night, you know?
Yeah.
And then she went, my boyfriend moved to Moscow last week.
Oh.
Now, obviously, in my head, I'm thinking, that's a shame.
Naturally, as a sympathetic and caring man, as you are well known to be, I mean, again, for those of you who are kind of new to the show, you are an ordained minister.
I am.
A reverend, if you will. So you are a man of the cloth, I say. You are a man who's got a deep spiritual and sensitive belief, you know, in the human spirit. You're a man who's there. You're a man who people can turn to in times of woe.
Clearly, I mean, I don't mind if I have to take communion.
Naturally.
On their knees.
Okay, yes.
Tongue out.
A little bit of the holy salty water.
But a little bit, you know. I mean, hey, you know, that's what I'm there for.
Okay.
Right. But anyway, no, so she sort of said, well, look, you know, my boyfriend moved to Moscow last week. Now, of course, in my head, I'm thinking, we're in.
Right.
Not 2 seconds later.
I'm going to guess, though, and sorry to cut in here, but I'm going to guess that you had the time-honoured skill where in your brain you're thinking, hey, I'm in! But your face is conveying sympathy. Like,
yes.
There's the nod and the frown.
That's too bad.
That's terrible.
We arm round there kind of going, are you all right? Are you all right?
Inside that massive cranium, there's borrowers running about, waving things, flags in the air, so hanging, bunting. Exactly. where your external face is just a mask of sorrow.
But my internal joy quickly turned to despair.
Oh, no. She had a penis.
We never got that far.
Okay, right.
It's certainly not in the club.
Right.
Because 3 seconds later, when I was sort of going, you okay? Due to alcohol and the obvious fact that she obviously probably thought, it's a good-looking guy with a deep, bassy voice.
Good-looking guy, deep, bassy voice.
I've got a hole that needs filled.
Okay.
She then remembered, my boyfriend just moved to Moscow.
Yes.
And burst into tears.
Oh.
Now,
there's not a thing that can kill your amour or your erection faster than sobbing.
Well, a picture of Forbes.
Okay.
So, basically what happened was she burst into tears. I then sort of went, oh, what the fuck? Her pal turned round and said, not to her, are you okay? Accusingly went, what the fuck did you say to her?
Oh, no.
And I'm like, nothing.
So naturally, you've been made out to be the bastard here. You've been there merely wanting to offer a shoulder to cry on, perhaps a penis to suckle.
Oh, well.
And you know, it just has all gone fucking pear-shaped.
Kaboom, basically.
Right.
Kaboom. But now the other thing, there was a cracker in that we were on the door earlier on in the evening, and coming up the street was this tribe. Is the best way to describe it. A tribe.
Oh dear.
Now, it's difficult to actually put into words what was there. There was two little midget dwarf thingies that were about 5'2", and honestly, were it not for the fact that people get a bit antsy and a bit upset if you take out your phone and go, excuse me, but you're freaky as fuck.
Oh dear.
Can I take a picture?
Right.
So you can't. You can never do it. You can't even take your phone out and go, ha ha, WhatsApp, click.
Yes.
Now, the only way that I could describe it, the two of them, you've seen the film There's Something About Mary.
Yes.
Magda.
Okay.
She was white in comparison to these fucking things that looked like David Dickinson's shit.
They've essentially mixed in Bisto with their fake tan.
They were just the brownest things I've seen almost since Maynard.
It's funny because I appreciate that folk think that having a tan or being a little bit darker skinned represents a more healthy look, allegedly. You see, but I mean, you've seen probably as well plenty of women who look, or guys who look fine being pale. Look at us. We're from the great unwashed north. We're from the Deadlands, and my natural colour's a pale blue.
I'm bluer than fucking Kenny Miller.
Exactly. I've seen photographs of me from a recent gathering we had, and I look like a fucking milk bottle. But I could care less, you know.
Not a trace of skin cancer to be seen.
Exactly. I'm still a handsome brute. Oh. Well, speaking of skin cancer.
No, hold on.
Sorry, carry on.
No, there's more.
Oh, right.
Right, so the fucking...
So brune as fuck.
So the HP twins, right, were there.
Right.
Now, what was with them was this fucking... And now I say thing, I'm maybe being a bit unkind, right? But there was this woman there, right? And you saw her and I'm like, looking like she's got a bit of fucking form and a bit of shape to her. I'm like, fucking, she looks a bit... But then, because she was obscured by a few... She had... huge false tits.
Right.
And I'm not joking you, triceps on her that weren't out of place on the fucking stage of a fucking, like a bodybuilding competition.
Okay.
Which was convenient because she was currently Miss Scotland bodybuilder.
Right, okay.
I'm not joking you, and my quote was, if you asked her to make you a sandwich, she would say, get fucked, make it yourself, and you'd be making it pronto. Okay. Because the backhander that thing could unleash would have been huge.
That thing could unleash?
Oh!
Okay, right, so...
Just scary.
Did you give her any of the moves?
No.
No?
No. Because I would imagine the clitoris was like a fucking springboard on it. So I was just staying well clear of that.
Well, I mean, of course, we were recently... you were away, of course, offshore, but
yeah.
We were... a couple months ago there, we're back for the Phraze's stag do.
Yes.
Which we ended up, of course, in a titty bar, which was one of our listeners, Blair Nichols, one of his venues we went into, and who took great care of us. Of course, we're in there with
just not the Phraze.
Not the Phraze.
Yeah.
Well, he got beaten the fuck out of, but of course, we're in there with the good ladies. The Rubes was there as well, and there was one dancer there who clearly works out, a bit buff, you know, the triceps and the artist shoulders and built, you see. The Rubes was obsessed with her, straight over, oh my God, where do you work out? You look fantastic. And
does she have a fucking lat spread like a crocodile's yawn?
Bigger than mine in my prime as well. Monster. But looked fucking awesome with it though as well. But she had said though that, you know, that she normally tries to hide the fact that she trains because some men find that off-putting when they go for a dance. You know, the girl's better built than they are. You know, it's. But the Rubes was fascinated, asking for tips, training programs, everything else. Brilliant, awesome.
Lovely.
But going back to the whole kind of brown skin thing as well, and the whole, skin cancer and everything else, I have had a mole that's been changing shape recently.
Has it?
On my arm, a small mole that's kind of changed density and colour and stuff and everything else. And I didn't even notice, but the Rubes spotted it because she's a meticulous body searcher. She'll go over my... Every day I get pinned down.
Is she not like a fucking monkey rooting for ticks?
Kinda, yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
But it's like she'll go over me rooting for spots, basically. She's a spot monster. Loves to squeeze all that things. And, there's nothing safe.
Fair play.
I don't know how many times she's having a fucking headlock.
If they like it.
Squeezing plukes on my head or picking things, gubbins at my ears. And there's been a finger up my nose before picking out bogies and stuff. Ridiculous. But she spotted this mole that had changed. So I went away and had
Is it because she photographs you in your sleep?
Oh, maybe I've no idea.
She's mapped you like Google Maps.
Fucking knocks me up, puts me through a CT scanner, So she's mapped you like Google Maps, exactly. I'm
not trying to say you're big, and you need a car going past you with a fucking camera.
Just because my arse has got its own postcode, fucking. So I had to go into the GP, who doesn't seem to be too concerned about it, but I've been referred to a minor surgery.
Did he shove his fingers up your arse?
No.
Oh.
He did cut my balls, so it was wonderful. No, so I have to go and get this thing fucking hooked out.
Aye?
So they can analyse it. I'm waiting for minor surgery.
Oh, you're having a biopsy.
I got the letter through today. I have to go and next week. I have to go, next week? End of this week. I have to go in and get the thing, and it's part of my tattooed arm, so they're going to have to hack a good chunk of my tattoo out.
Now, this may sound weird, but those equine followers out there will know what I'm speaking about. Do you have to go to the dick vet?
The dick vet?
Yes.
What the fuck's a dick vet?
The dick vet is the terminology for the horse veterinary surgery stroke school in Edinburgh. It's called the dick vet.
The dick vet.
Yes, it is.
Why is it called dick vet?
I don't know, but they'll have a large enough table probably to take
you
and fucking
dare you, sir? How dare you? Well, I mean, I can't even argue the fact that I'm a bit more svelte because I'm not these days. I've gained a bit of weight. It's the last few weeks. I think just from eating junk and being lazy as fuck.
I mean, if you're getting CT scanned, do they have to use the fucking channel?
You're a hurtful bastard. You and half these fucking listeners, just hurtful, but
I would imagine you're getting nothing but
objects.
Love. Yeah. Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, objects.
Yeah, objects.
Now, are we segueing?
Well, I don't know. We could do if we want to. We could segue. You know what? Because we can. That's what we can do. That's our show. We can do whatever the fuck we want. Let's have a wee segue here. We'll forget about Scott's potential death here entirely, and we'll move on to this.
You're not going to fucking die.
I'm not going to. I'm immortal. I'm like Wolverine.
You could lose a couple of pounds and it wouldn't matter.
It's the best diet to be on, this cancer, from what I can gather. So I should be fine. I mean, look at my leg when I burned a big hole in my leg. Healed, healed within a week and 2 weeks, gone, healed, fixed, sorted.
Does that mean you should have been in
Wolverine.
that film Unbreakable?
Yes. I'm telling you, I'm like Wolverine.
Aye.
It's wonderful. Segueing a little bit, of course, to the fucking objects. We haven't, of course, had Lurch on for a couple of weeks now, a few shows now, in fact, sorry. And that's because of a personal matter, unrelated to,
Has he been fed through the mincer?
No, but probably will be eventually. However, so of course he's having a little bit of time off for some family-related issues, you see.
Right.
And remaining very vague. There's also...
Us?
I know.
Vague?
Remaining very vague. There's also another member of his family that we have referenced or spoke about in recent weeks, who we no longer are going to. Oh. Because they've proven themselves to be the most magnificent cunt. And the sad thing is, I can't, and I'm sorry, listeners, I can't be more descriptive about what's happened here, and I can't tell you much more. But all I can say is, this non-described dickhead, NDD, if you will, non-described dickhead, I can't tell you what's happened, but...
You mean this?
If ever a man deserved to be set on fire, it's him.
Yeah, I mean, but now you see. Now I'm going to cast this out.
Her.
I'm going to cast this out here. Right. I'm going to cast this out here and go that. Is it possible that this show's a jinx?
I was going to ask you the same thing. I mean, of course, we have flourished as a show. We've grown really well. We're getting some fantastic numbers. We're getting some great fantastic listeners.
I mean,
we're getting up the
personally,
rankings and iTunes and stuff. It's wonderful.
Ourselves, I mean, right, since the show has started, right, everyone that has been on the show has probably been laid off of the back of the show. So everything's going good for us.
Well, funnily enough, it's probably the show that's helped me meet the Rubes.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because she saw the DHB, because she was friends with Chris Mack and the Crust before, saw a link through them and a link online, kind of knew what it was about, and then
saw you and took a bit of pity. Took a bit of pity on you and thought,
how dare you, sir?
I thought, hey, he's not getting any.
Her vaginal walls were clapping. I need that man in my life.
Like a drunken seal. But
she's just through there. I'm going to get it over my head in a second. So,
I'm amazed, right, with some of the abuse that I've thrown her way, that she has yet to come in the studio and slap this big pink noggin.
See, you've got to remember that you're sitting with your back to that door.
I know.
She, like a ninja, that girl. She can be in here and stabbing you in the back of the neck.
Behave yourself. It'd be like a fucking three-legged elephant.
So, I mean, we've done well. We've met.
You see, pretty much everyone on the show has been laid. Everyone on the show has subsequently then increased in with jobs, different jobs.
Yes.
Prospered, gone up in the world and everything like that.
There's been less shows because we've been working so much. You know, people are called away offshore. Yourself offshore. Yeah. I'm working more shifts.
But sadly, some of the people that guest on the show haven't fared so well.
Well, that seems to be the case. It seems to be, like you said, some of us, our stars rise. You know, I'm making some good money now. I will be soon when I get trained for this new job. I'm working plenty of overtime, you know. Things are going great with the Rubes. You know, the life's on the way up. Yourself, you know, job's going well. Well, I say job's going well, but things are going well. You know, we've done well through the show.
Yeah.
A lot of new friends and stuff. Steev and Maynard have got promotions. They're all got. Everyone's doing well. But as you said, there are people who have been linked kind of on the auxiliary wings whose stars have plummeted.
The inner circle are all flourishing. I mean, look at, sadly, Wayne Baglin. I mean, when he was killed by that fucking Chinese midget foot fetish cult.
Yes.
That was unfortunate. I
mean, who knew that a Baglin foot would be lucky? You know, we thought that maybe we were rabbit's foot, but no.
It's because he had 8 toes. You know, it's a lucky number.
And they can build a fucking house in it. Those little Asian people. No, that's terrible. So
with that great ass,
big ass. When you crack up, but okay. So
it's like Al Pacino, that great ass, and you got yourself all the way up it.
When you crack open that Baglin. You could cut him open and fucking sleep in there like a tauntaun. You know, like a fucking. I want to be, if I'm ever caught in a zombie apocalypse or I'm caught in a snowstorm, I want to be caught with Baglin. Because I'll cut him open in a heartbeat and climb in amongst that fucking juicy flesh and just get all the heat.
It's an 8-man tent right there.
I'm telling you, we are laughing.
I wonder if his ribs weren't the actual original inspiration for the Nissan Hut.
In fact, see me there. Of course, we are planning a live event at some point. You know, we've got the mini marathon show coming up shortly on August the 2nd. Then we're going to have a live event hopefully after that. We do need a marquee. So, Baglin, if you have any spare pants in the go, that's terrible. Well, you stop this insult.
Right.
Okay, so anyway.
So there was Baglin.
Stars going up, stars going down.
Now, the Brave Douglas.
The Brave Douglas, of course, yes.
We haven't talked about for quite some time.
True.
He who once off the Barrymore pool party fame.
Yes.
Sadly, his star no longer burns.
So, again, for those of you who are kind of newer to the show, you haven't heard it, I mean, go back to our archives, which are now fully available on our website, dhbradio.com. You go there and you find, there's a page called Archive Shows where you can find episodes 1 to current.
Wasn't the first appearance of Dougie Bray show 10?
Was it 10 or 12?
I think it might have been 10. Might have been 12, yeah.
Maybe you're right. Maybe it's 10 it was. But, I mean, try it 10, folks, because essentially what happened with Bray was...
Try it 1.
Try it 1 and go forward. With Bray, for those of you who are new to the show, here's a man who, just a scumbag from down south, who had phoned the show... Accidentally, thinking we were some guy, because our show number is essentially an Edinburgh number, but of course customised to be used through Skype.
Yeah.
Phoned it, thinking he was phoning somebody else, left a voicemail, you know, I'll cut you, I'll eat you, this is my fucking town, blah, blah, which we then milked for a while and kept harassing him to get more harassing emails.
For 40 shows.
Oh, for 40 shows, exactly. And for a while he was, when he eventually found out what we were about, was
He was a
loving it.
contributor.
He was a contributor, you see. And then, well, I mean, you can tell us what happened.
Well, then basically, what he decided to do was he I think fame got to his head, right? So he was a guest contributor, the occasional wee like voicemail singing Dougie Bray at Christmas time and all that.
Yep.
Some of that shit is legendary.
Oh, legendary.
But like this football,
You did, yes.
Hearts casual as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Glasgow Celtic beat Hearts in, I think, the Cup. And then he took to Twitter to reference the Clutha helicopter incident on Twitter, and subsequently nearly got arrested by the police.
That's right.
And has subsequently disappeared. So that's another person who has gone by the wayside.
Exactly.
That's the DHB jinx.
We had the police, not the police, we had the press contacting the show saying, do you guys have any link or knowledge of who this Dougie Bray character is? And of course, we had no idea, but not a fucking clue who he was. But, well, apart from his number, you see, which we then passed on to the press. You feel free to pursue him. But I believe his number got changed. And we've never heard from Dougie since then. And we don't want to because, you know, scumbag bastard.
Well, I mean, the thing is, everything we say is in jest.
Yes.
Light-hearted. It's tongue-in-cheek. A bit of, racial stereotypical kind of play on a good stereotype and stuff like that, or whatever. It's all tongue in cheek.
Yes.
Except for the Polish.
Okay.
But the thing is, it's all tongue in cheek. It's hashtag comedy.
Yes. But again, in joke there. Well done, sir.
Lovely.
It's
But have you made new in-joke bumpers, like I said last week?
No, but I'm going to. I've not had time. But I'm going to.
You did have time. You were fucking getting pissed last night.
I was. It was. I'll get to that. It was brilliant. What a lot of fun I had. But it was this. Again, for example, look at He Who Must Not Be Named. One of our regular guests now and again would come up onto the show.
Yeah.
And again, away from the show now.
Yeah.
Forgotten about. His star has plummeted.
Exactly.
You see, I'm not going to go into details of what's going on, but
he's raking through £1 boxes and whatnot and putting them out the windows.
so I've no idea. I don't know, but so there again, star fell. But it seems to. I mean,
planet.
It just people seem to fall apart at the seams whenever we have folk on the show who have got some kind of already existing mental issue, i.e. Dougie Bray, i.e. He Who Must Not Be Named,
i.e. Occasional women,
and occasionally this non-descriptive dickhead. See what I'm doing there with that? See what I'm doing there with the initials? Yeah, okay. So this non-descriptive dickhead.
I was going to say Neanderthal Doomsday Dunderheid.
Oh, that's even better. So this Neanderthal Doomsday Dunderheid. That's a show name. Well done again. You are the man for the show names. Someone write that down. Chat room, take a note of that. Neanderthal Doomsday Dunderheid. That's the fucking show name right there. This bastard has, absolutely crossed the line recently. And a lot of things we've heard in the past about this.
Well, he's not
or her.
He's not just crossed the line. He's hopped over it, hopped back, and just zigzagged back and forth like the fucking piano in Big.
Yes, exactly. And it just. I wish I could tell you what's going on, but I can't because. This Neanderthal Doomsday Dunderheid could be pressing a lawsuit against a case. There's lawyers getting involved. There's police involved. It just
basically without even saying anything, and I won't cross. But basically, everything that we've described where it sounded like he was off his head in a jokey sense. It turns out actually it's true.
Exactly.
And all previous things were, in a sense, audio that you have heard, subsequently, in a sense, nearly tried to action.
Yes. So make up your own conclusions.
Yes.
There will be a day, hopefully, that we can talk more about when things come to light.
Yes.
But right now, this Neanderthal Doomsday Dunderheid, I like that. Neanderthal Doomsday. I can't say because I
was just going to say, I thought of it especially for you.
Neanderthal Doomsday Dunderheid.
Try and say that 6 times.
Say that when you're pissed.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be knackered. Susie Biker in the chat room says, okay, we've guessed. They know. They if you're listening to the show, you know what's going on. And again, if you're new, I'm sorry for being so vague and shit, but this is what's going on, just to give you the heads up.
So, no more, basically.
No more about the Neanderthal Doomsday Dunderheid.
Yeah, exactly.
Never again will he be mentioned, or, well, I say never again, but, and certainly not on fond terms.
And while we're talking about occasional, people who are on the show or have been mentioned, can I just take this moment here? Can I get some of Steve's music?
You certainly can, sir. I like how we still call it Steve's music.
Steve's music, yeah.
Okay.
Now, I need to take just 2 seconds of your time here to right a wrong.
Okay.
A wrong that was created last week.
Oh.
Now what can happen is in the middle of a show when you're in full flow.
Yes.
The juices are going.
Oh, your juices are rattling around you like a fucking maniac.
Your dander is up.
Oh, you're hanging with the juices.
We're
like a fucking blender with the lid off. It's always flowing over, it's hitting the walls.
We're volleying the verbals back and forth like Djokovic and fucking what's his name, that Swiss fuck.
I'm biting fucking footballers like Suarez.
Oh, just unbelievable.
Oh, it's wonderful.
You can occasionally make a faux pas.
Right. Oh yes. Occasionally. Do you know what it is? Is you put your brain in fast gear because you're having banter.
Yeah.
And things just kind of pop out. You don't know where it's come from. It's blah, 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 and you say shite by mistake.
And you just and sometimes that can cut people.
It does.
To the quick.
Oh, I mean, how often, Pink, have we had, people we know, other podcasters, whose vaginas have clamped right up because they thought we've referenced them, or we've made a sly, disparaging yet humorous remark about them.
And normally it's under the guise of hashtag comedy.
Okay, yes.
But unfortunately, this is where the music is required. I have crossed a line.
Oh, pray tell.
Now, last week, I made reference to Stubel's Best.
Yes, you did. Our good friend Stubel's, loyal listener of the show, been around for a long time. Not just the show, but life, because he's old as fuck. But just been around. Yes,
Stubel's.
You were making not disparaging comments, but
I was audibly flirting with Stubel's through the medium of the show.
Who we know is a married woman.
Yes. But we know
that
she would want a shot.
What, of the pink pony trail?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, really?
But anyway, once again, I digress.
Just a wee bowl of your bony macaroni.
Now,
you like that?
Now the thing is that, as I say, I crossed a line because now I could probably call Stubel's all sorts of names.
Okay,
but nothing more offensive.
Well, can you clarify, of course, for those people who maybe aren't UK based, where is she based?
Stubel's is from the northeast of England.
The northeast of Englandshire.
Right. That little small county off the bottom of Scotland. Right. And she is from a town up there, small wee hamlet. Called Newcastle.
Why aye, lad?
Why aye?
Canny bugger chuda. Okay.
Oh, PJ.
Oh, I'm blind, PJ. I'm blind. Oh, fucking.
Spooky. Now.
Fill up the back of a lorry, man. Fill up the back of a lorry, man.
Cheryl Tweedy. Right. Now, she's from Newcastle.
I'll read Pitt. Okay.
Aye, she's from Newcastle. Now, there is no greater insult for someone from Newcastle and also a Geordie fan. Now, Geordie is the colloquial term for someone from Newcastle.
Again, folks, just so you know, that's our Clet stepping in, our chief linguistic interpretation technician. Yes. He knows geography and languages.
And everything else. Now, Stubel's is a proud Geordie.
Right.
Now, I could have called her anything.
Right.
Anything. Oh, honestly. Anything.
Dirty, thieving, bike stealing bastard. You could have called her,
couldn't
white
even,
man afro.
Couldn't even get a fucking extra part in Biker Grove.
Oh, no,
all that kind of shit.
Ripple, sorry, okay.
hey. Yeah.
That pisses them off too.
Oh, yeah.
If you get that mixed up.
Oh, fucking hell.
Okay.
But to think that she was a Mackem. Now, a Mackem is a resident of Sunderland, which is a neighbouring hamlet, small village, right? Next door, local rivals.
Right.
Who, conveniently humped Newcastle a couple of times last year. But I made reference that she was a Sunderland fan.
Okay.
Now, I know that this deeply upset Stubel's.
Is this, as a comparison, Pink, of course, us from the Highlands there, that as a proud Thurso man, I would take offence if you called me a dirty wicker.
Oh, the same thing.
The same thing,
the same thing, except...
Because, these wickers, they're just horrible and bastardy.
Well, the thing is, it's like that well-known phrase.
Right.
What's got one eye and smells of fish?
Wick. I fucking hate that place.
Honestly,
you shower of bastards.
Oh, Jesus Christ! And I'll tell you, right? Seeing Wick there, right? it's amazing, right, that some of the women there have remastered the ability to walk.
Right.
Because they've spent so much time on their backs.
Oh, okay. That evolution's given them feet in their lower spines.
Exactly. They're fucking crawling around like crabs.
No.
And that's not a bad analogy. You know what I mean? Now, as I say, play the music again, third time.
Okay, because, let's drag our suit.
Let's drag it. So, I can humbly apologise.
Humbly apologise.
To Stoobles.
We here at the well, I say we here, certainly Pink here at the DHB. Humbly.
I know that you're just a lovely red-haired Geordie girl.
Flaxen-haired goddess.
Who loves her football.
Yes.
Probably drinks beer.
In
fact, why don't you just divorce your husband and come and marry me?
Oh, okay. That's it. How about you leave your long-term husband and your children and just travel to the great north there where you don't even know anybody to meet up with this balaclava-headed bastard?
Well, I can guarantee at least 3 seconds of fucking fun.
Okay. Are you having 2 goes?
Yeah, and a pizza.
Greedy bastard. Okay.
But, no, as I say, I deeply upset. Now, you see, if at any point I upset a listener,
yes,
I like to apologise.
Which, as you know, rarely happens.
It rarely happens.
We're nothing but polite and friendly towards
Or
listeners.
on the odd occasion that someone gets a sandy vagina over nothing, I'll tell them to get fucked.
Okay.
Right? But when I've upset someone, I generally go, do you know what? I'm sorry.
Okay.
And in this
so you're man enough to stand up and be counted, to be the man to say, you know what, I'm the bigger man here. I know when I fucked up.
At the end of the day, I'm a man of the cloth.
Yes.
And I know that occasionally, you can make mistakes.
Even a man of the cloth can fall,
Exactly.
with his little bag of fun-sized Mars bars.
Sometimes onto children.
In the confessional. Exactly.
But anyway, Stoobles, I love you.
Oh, okay. So, moving on swiftly, okay. So, of course, I mean, there are listeners like Stoobles who we have to apologise to. Occasionally.
Yes.
But also, there are listeners that we have to thank wholeheartedly. And I should have said this at the start of the show, but we have 3 people I want to thank this week.
Right.
First of all, I need to thank a lad called Luke Hall. Now, Luke Hall has been a listener for a long time. Strayed away for a while there, I believe, but has come back into the fold.
Has he?
And has donated to the show, has sponsored this week's show, as a way of thanks for us giving the archive shows back online. So thank you, Luke, for that donation to the show. And also, this week, I want to thank 2 people who've been massive supporters of the show in the past. Susie Biker, who's in our chat room, of course.
Who will be receiving, purchased from my very pocket, because in the after show last week, she mentioned, unlike any of you other ungrateful bastards, that she is now going to set up a direct debit for not 1, not 2, not 4, not 5, but £3.
A PayPal subscription per month of £3 to the show. But the thing is,
and out of my pocket, to show the gratitude and just how grateful I am, I'm buying her a fucking hoodie.
You are?
Yes.
And I believe it's going to be signed by us all as well.
It is.
Is the plan.
Now, I'm not saying that no one else will get a hoodie if they do this.
No, if you're only giving us £3 a month, you're not getting a hoodie.
No, I'm not saying that you will get a hoodie. But the thing is, you'll need to set up a subscription to find out whether you do or don't.
Oh, so it's a lucky dip, if you will. I see what you did there. Okay, I like that. I like that shit. Okay, so there's Susie Biker, of course, who and donated money as well to the show. Here's some cash as well, which is amazing. But also in the past has sent us kit and bits and bobs to the studio, as has a guy called Richard Sutherland from up north, who even this week bought us something from our wish list.
And he is one ugly bastard.
He's not a you listeners aren't pretty people. I mean, look at us, we're gorgeous, but you people make me sick.
I mean, the only redeeming factor for him is that he's actually from Thurso.
Okay.
Right, but he does have an ugly fucking friend as well.
Oh, listen, whoa, you can't be slagging him off here now, because Richard's gone out of his way to contact the show and buy us a bit of kit that we're needing. So that's coming. Richard, thank you so much, and on behalf of the show, thank you, but you can't be then going and saying, he's an ugly cunt.
I can, because he routinely, every time I see him, calls me a cunt.
Oh, right. Okay.
Root. And when I say routinely, I mean mean without fail.
Well, funnily enough, the kit that came, or kit's coming, sorry, with a note saying "P.S. Pink's a cunt."
There you go.
You know, I mean, even our listener, of course, Blair Nickel, I was speaking to him today, and even he, generally, when he messages, ends with "P.S. Pink's a cunt."
Exactly.
It's still a thing. It's still a thing. So thank you, folks. Thank you for those of you who have recently certainly helped support the show by donating or by visiting our wish list or by especially using the Amazon fucking link.
The thing is, all these listeners that call me bad names, I mean, Stoobles doesn't call me bad names.
Oh.
At least unless I'm pulling her hair.
oh, come on now. Come on now. Listen, her husband could be... I don't want another murderous threat. I've had too many fucking death threats in this show. I don't need some fucking uncouth... Probably wearing a fucking string vest, because, Newcastle.
Aye.
String vest, still a drinking fuckwit.
He won't be wearing a string vest. He'll be wearing a fucking Newcastle football top.
Can he bag a Tudor arriving at my fucking door, with a baseball bat, or, stolen naturally,
no,
from Sports Direct.
Half-drunk bottle of Nookie Brown.
Yes. Stains all to the front with string vest, looking like a fucking Newcastle version of Rob C. Nesbitt. No, I don't need that kind of shit. I don't need that kind of shit. No. So yes, folks, again, for those of you, for Luke Hall, Susie Biker, and for Richard, thank you very much for supporting this week's show and the show in general. Much appreciated. Pink. So apart from, of course, bouncing, what else has been new yourself? It's only been a few days since we recorded the last show.
Yeah, well, pretty much, yeah, because when was it last week? It was
Wednesday last week.
Oh, it was Wednesday,
So that's only been like 4 or 5 days
That's right,
away.
I was motherfucking dapper last week.
You were motherfucking dapper.
Now, I was wearing a shirt last week.
Yes.
There was a very good reason, because, well, I just decided, hell, I look good.
You thought, you know what, I'm just going to rock up in a shirt, and I think it's because you knew that Maynard couldn't make it. And again, of course, tonight, we did have planned to have Maynard in.
Yeah.
We had planned to have Tess in again, Tesseract, but they both were busy, they couldn't make it. Maynard, of course, again with his job, stuck doing a bloody 16-hour shift probably as well.
Shocking.
Making big bucks. So you thought, I'm going to come in a shirt and just, rock that kind of Maynard vibe.
Now, tonight, I'm wearing a t-shirt.
That's a nice shirt, by the way. Now, and again, it looks a little bit aged.
Because
it's not a new shirt, is it?
It's not a new shirt. Now, let me tell you a story about this shirt.
Okay.
So, I was over helping a friend of mine at the weekend there. As is my want occasionally, because do you know what? I'm a generous kind of guy.
And by helping, you mean rummaging through his wife's pants drawer.
Well, at least
seeing what fits.
Not when he's looking.
Right, okay.
It's amazing where my nose leads me, like a bloodhound. No, so I was helping out my friend, and so I was round, and I was working like a motherfucker, right? On Saturday and on Sunday. Now, I had I'd changed. I'd gone home after working on the door on Saturday night. And in actual fact, Big Al in Inverurie, can I just say that...
nice guy.
Yeah, can I just say to you, Big Al, if you're listening, and you wondered, who was that waving and revving an Aston Martin that drove past you on Saturday night? Well, that would have been me.
Oh, an Aston Martin, you say?
Yeah, well, enough of that. Right,
okay,
so...
Right.
Anyway, so I was I went over to help out on Sunday, and I was working like a bastard. Now, at the end of the night, I was... A good Scottish word, I was louping out the box.
Oh, louping. Oh, okay.
Louping out the box, right? I was just louping out the box. Now, louping out the box, for those who are unaware of the terminology, is I was a bit sweaty and needing a good wash.
Oh, yes.
Louping.
Hanging.
Now, hanging.
Right, okay.
Just louping.
Just a fucking midden.
Oh, just a midden.
Right.
So I had to go and have a wee shower in my pal's house, and I was like, "Oh, this t-shirt is minging." And he goes, "It's okay. I'll have a rummage." So he comes downstairs with and he goes, "Actually, I think I've still got one of yours." Because he's a long-time friend. He's occasionally stayed at my house, and I've stayed at his and all that. And he's been at mine. He's borrowed t-shirts and shit over the years, and I pretty much get everything back. So he comes down and he goes, "Yeah, this one's yours." Which conveniently had a picture of the General Lee Dodge Charger from the Dukes of Hazzard on it.
That. Probably my favourite movie TV car.
Fucking good favourite t-shirt of mine as well. Motherfuckers had it for about 4 years.
Oh, right. Okay.
So I regain it, and he goes, "And I believe this one's yours." And I look at it, and it's got criminals on the front, and I'm like, fucking, I said, that's not mine. It's not mine. So it was sitting there on the sofa. I went and had a shower, and I came back through. He's going to pull in t-shirts. I thought, fuck it, that can't be my fucking t-shirt, because I'd remember.
Yeah.
So I picked it up, and I'm like, criminals in the front. I flipped it round, and it has the tour dates from the Fun Loving Criminals, and I'm like, I fucking did buy this in 2002. Now, this fucker has had my t-shirt for nigh on 10 years.
Ooh.
Now, he's had it that long that his wife, who he's known for the thick end of 10 years, thought the t-shirt was his.
Okay.
He's worn it proud for 10 fucking years.
This is a bugbear of mine.
So much so...
Oh, the armpits are all torn
the
open.
fucking oxters have been chewed away like the Cooper's gusset.
The armpits are hanging clean.
He's had my t-shirt for that long. The oxters are gone.
Oh no, that's ridiculous.
Bugbear.
Yes.
Now
Likewise.
I'm sure the big man will go on a big Steve Chino-esque rant here. It's like if you borrow something, and I mean anything, money, clothes, cars, equipment, or shoes, right? Shoes.
Okay.
Anyone got any shoes? That you return that shit.
Joke of the week.
Yeah, we'll have that one.
Have that one.
But you return it because the nature that it was given was kind and intended to help you out.
Yes.
It was not I'll have some free shit.
Yes. Take my shit and never give it back to me.
Yeah. You're thieving fuck.
It royally fizzes my piss, and I've lost so much stuff because I'm the most forgetful fucker. And I'll happily, if you were to come into like Pink, for example, and say, "Oh, look at this 30 Blu-rays. Can I have them all to borrow for the next few weeks?" I'm like, yeah, help yourself. Fucking no,
2 weeks later, you're looking for your copy of the fucking Shawshank Redemption.
And I'm thinking, I want to see, the Green Mile. I want to see Mr. John Coffey, Hack a drink on his belt differently. I want to see that shit, but it's gone.
Mr. Jangles. Mr. Jangles.
Exactly. Leave lad on, boss. It's gone missing. I've got no idea. There's video games that I've lent out and never seen again. Yes, I've never seen again. There was one person I remember, and it was a pal who'd said, "Oh, can I borrow?" I think it was like 10 DVDs they wanted to borrow. I'm like, you're never gonna go through all those. But they wanted to borrow it so their kids could watch. It was like Disney kind of DVDs and stuff.
Do you know what though? Right, we'll get onto this. I've actually just realised I'm a bit hypocritical, and I'll actually explain in a minute to continue.
Okay, so I've given out these bundle of DVDs, and part of me's thinking, I'm never going to see those again. Or if I do, they're going to be just, mismatched and crappy and everything else. And sure enough, about 6 months later, I'm at the guy's house and I can see my DVDs, but because it's for his kids, they're all covered in jam, and two of them are cracked, and there's discs lying under the table, and the boxes are all ripped apart.
It looks like he's been using them to fucking plaster the house.
Yes! And so I look at him and say, dude, that's my shit you just ruined there. Oh, is it? I thought we got that for the kids. Are you fucking stupid? He who must not be named would when we were flatmates would do this as well. And this again used to boil my piss because he'd say, "Oh, I'm going to borrow a couple of your CDs and a couple of your DVDs from my bedroom," and I'll say, "Well, look, that's cool, but bring them back out again when you're done with them because I like to keep things in the box. If I have a DVD, I keep it in the box. Yeah. I like keeping shit nice. If I have books, I don't like the spine all crushed and cracked and broken. I like to keep that shit nice."
Low level OCD.
A little bit, yeah, but everything's got to be fucking nice. If you look at my Blu-rays, they're all in alphabetical order. I'm not that kind of bastard.
The thing is, the bottom line is, the money you've got didn't just fucking fall out of a tree.
Exactly.
It's been earned hard.
Yes.
Therefore, you look after your shit.
And I buy pretty things.
Yes.
Exactly. I like shiny things that then get bored and fucked with. So if he was the worst and then eventually you'd say, right, fuck it.
Hold on. What's that? We're getting a call in. It's Lurch. Yeah, just accept bracelets.
Just accept bracelets.
Yeah, the ribs is bracelet.
Oh, that was shit. Right.
Yeah, fuck off.
Just accept. That didn't even make sense.
Well, you said you buy nice things.
Yeah. Oh, accept bracelet. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Oh.
Is it getting hot in here?
A bit awkward, like.
Yeah. Wow. Right. So, but again, the problem would be is you'd say, look, I'm missing these fucking DVDs or I'm missing this CDs. I'm going to have to go in his room to get this shit back. And my God, I mean...
You mean this room?
This room. Back when it was still He Who Must Not Be Named's room. And it came in here, and they used to have a small table, bedside cabinet, beside the bed that was just... And of course, I had to go in there to find my stuff. And it's, again, all the covers are pulled out and the DVDs are lying in a pile.
Did it look like a kind of a dungeon in like Indiana Jones with all the fucking spunk trails, like with fucking spider webs going across the room?
I was scared to bring in a blue light because, holy shit, if ever a man was to fucking thrash himself into masturbating,
it would have looked like a fucking D-Light video.
It really yes, it would. And you would find your stuff like in a dusty pile with the CDs all scratched and the boxes lying. Like, you know how the lid comes off and it's all falling apart and like, fuck me. It's have some respect for people's property, for fuck's sake. It used to boil my piss. And that kind of shit bugs me. It fucking bugs me. And I've lost so many things. Things that like, oh, can I borrow that? Yeah, cool, I'll borrow that. And then I never get it back because these fuckers think, oh, he's forgotten about that. I can keep it now. So now I keep notes. If I give anything out at all.
That's what smartphones are good for.
Well, I've got a note thing on my phone. I think it's called Google Keep. It's a little app for the phone. I can then enter in that, right? Boom, quick thing, here we go. I use it for show notes or show ideas when I'm out and about. Oh, must be out with the show. Put it in Google Keep. It syncs online and stuff. It keeps my computer and everything else. I use Google Drive for all for the show notes and stuff. It's fantastic. But you then get people saying, oh, what are you doing? I'm like, well, I'm taking a note of what I'm giving you because otherwise I'll forget and I'll never get it back.
Hey, you dirty bastard. What do you think I'm not going to give it back?
Let's play act. So you're going to borrow from me.
Hello there, Scott. Can I borrow your WWE back catalogue collection of all that shitey wrestling DVDs, please?
This actually happened. You're not even... that reminds me.
Who's got it?
There's a dude who's got... I got like 6 or 7 old wrestling DVDs that I've never got back, and now I know who has them.
Get the phone out.
You're like the fucking... the Oracle. Oh my God. I swear to God, after this show, message sent, where's my fucking DVDs, you rat bastard.
They're doing the barras and I got 50 pence each.
Yeah, so right, carry on. So you're wanting to borrow DVDs?
Hello, yes, can I borrow your back catalogue DVDs of all that WWE shite wrestling, please?
Not a problem, my friend, not a problem at all. In fact, just 2 seconds, I'll take a wee note here on my phone.
What the fuck? Note?
It just because I'm forgetful and I forget what I hand out and I might lose it and I'm just a wee note on my phone.
Hey, but listen, I know you're fucking a bit backward and a bit stupid, but listen, I'll not fucking forget.
But see, I don't think you would, because you're a good friend. But I might forget.
Not that fucking good a friend.
I might forget, and then never take you up for it to see, and it's just to keep me in check of what I've got out there.
What the fuck's next? Fucking like library cards. Have I got a fucking check-in at the fucking door?
See, this is what happens, exactly. This is what happens.
Fucking footpad. Take your fucking DVDs and fucking shove them up your arse.
I mean, to give you an example, I'm looking at it right now, okay? I'm looking at it right now.
Name and shame.
Mac has got 2 of my 360 games. That's cool, because he's only had them for a short while.
That man, woman, man thing at the Eurovision.
Mac Attack. Conchita Wurst has got 2 of my... Here's a dude a guy from my old work, who about 2 years ago, I loaned him my Wii. And eventually I got it back because he forgot about it. I was like, oh yeah, it's lying in a box somewhere. Well, can I have it back, please? So I got it back, but minus like 4 of the games. I'm like, dude, just give me all the shit back, And it's almost like it's an effort on their part to do it for me. I'm like, but I gave it.
Do you know what this is fucking like, right? This is what they're right. This is a Cathanesian thing, but I would imagine it's a more of a worldwide spread problem type thing, right? This is kind of what farmers do. Farmers, who I love intently.
Love farmers.
Oh, I love them.
Big fan of the farmers.
Oh, the tight arse cunts, right?
Right.
Now, what farmers would do is they will go and get some goods from an outlet.
Okay.
They would then go, aye, but I'm trying to feed the nation, so I can't afford to pay you just now.
Yes.
So I'll tell you what I'll do. We'll take it on tick. All right. Okay, we'll give you that on tick. Now, generally then, they won't pay for it. But what they'll do is they'll then come back to said outlet / store and go, yes, can I get another year's supply of X, Y, and Z? Oh, and I owe you some money, don't I? Yeah, that's right, I'll pay you. And they'll pay for last year's shit when they're picking up next year's consignment.
Ah, right. So now they're generally always a year behind.
Now, I would imagine that you will only get your DVDs and whatnot back from people when they're coming round to fucking
get new shit.
Hold on, to chore more stuff
Chore!
from you. lovely Cathnesian
if
term.
I can just refer back to our clit here, and if you could just translate chore.
Now, chore is a Cathnesian stroke Northern Scottish terminology for thieving.
Right.
You chorin' whorebag.
Okay. So, it's as you said there, that it does, I mean, even Steve's on the list.
One ball?
One ball's on the list.
What is he borrowed?
Coops is on the list.
Well, yeah, well, I can only imagine.
Yeah, it's people who, and
She borrowed your cock.
yeah, there's a simple thing like a flash drive, but
Yeah.
I forget these things, and it's probably a bit. I think it's a 16 gig thing, and
At least 12 quid.
exactly. And I'd like it back, please.
But the fucking value's dropping by the day.
I know.
What a bastard. Should be renting this shit out.
For all I know, it could be lying in her big drawer of dildos, and of course, when they all melt each other and fucking eat each other, things probably molded it's probably used as a ridge on some fucking double-headed fanny blaster.
Unbelievable.
It just makes me sick.
It's probably hanging off her just now like a vajazzle.
Exactly. I mean, I even as a good friend,
Yes.
if I borrow from you,
Yes.
I say I want to borrow that thing from you right now, mister. I will take a note that I've borrowed it off you, and I will do my best to keep that pristine while it's in my care. Because it's your property. I'll keep that shit lovely and clean until you get it back.
Thank you.
I mean, unless I don't like it, I can neither confirm nor deny there was things I borrowed from he must not be named that ended up in my arse, or certainly between the cheeks of my arse before he got them back. I'm not going to confirm or deny this.
Now, can I say that when I raised this, right, I was fairly certain I was on a soapbox of honesty and integrity.
Yes.
But then I did remember there's something I actually have
Right.
off a show listener.
Do you really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Now, how should we describe this?
So you've been slating people who do this, but you too are guilty.
Technically.
It's
It's a technicality. Now,
okay.
I have, for you younger listeners out there, we're going to get a bit retro, including Steve.
Okay.
I have this thing called a cassette tape.
Oh, right. Okay.
Now,
TDK perhaps? Or
no,
something? Okay.
no. Original.
Oh, original. Okay.
Without the little bits broken out of it as well, with no tape on.
No tape on.
I do believe it has never had a pencil through it to wind.
Oh,
either.
rare as well.
Rare. Now, it is without its cover or dust jacket, but it is quite a rare tape and quite a good tape.
Right.
Now, it's called Hit the Decks 3.
Hit the Decks 3. I'm going to go on YouTube while we're speaking here and find Hit the Decks 3.
Now, I don't know if the listener just now that I'm about to name realizes, I think I've mentioned this in the past, and I think he's gone, but this was his. Now, this person lent this tape, I believe, to Norman.
Okay.
Drunken Piper Normsky.
Now,
back in the day.
Is this SL2 versus Carl Cox?
Oh, you better believe it.
Oh dear. Okay, right. I've got Hit the Decks Volume 3.
That's the one.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Oh.
So you currently have this. Oh, pink. So you Hit the Decks Volume. This is wonderful. Let's just have a wee sit back and appreciate Pink's musical tastes.
Now, I wonder, as I say, if the listener realises.
That's beautiful.
Oh, honestly, this is a wicked fucking tape.
Has he even had the squeaky voice bit?
Yeah. All over that shit.
The sad thing is, of course, that you and I in our youth, this was our thing. That we thought we were kind of rebelling against the norms, And back, again, the debate follows suit where we now, as like damn near 40-year-old men almost, are now at the point where music this day is just a lot of shit. Look at these My Chemical Romance and fucking and dubstep and get fucked. Shite. But guaranteed, our parents were listening to this goodness and saying, "What that's noise." It's good noise though.
Getting on down.
I can see why you kept that tape.
Now, would you like to know who owned that tape?
Yes.
It was the Phraze.
The Phraze.
It's the Phraze's tape.
I am not surprised. I am not surprised.
And I still have that tape.
Was that during his lovely perm period, or was it during his Happy Mondays middle parting period?
I think it was middle parting and hoodie-esque kind of period back in them days.
That's wonderful. So you've got this tape, the Phrases tape of Hit the Decks Volume 3.
Now,
this is wonderful.
we are talking 20 years
Oh my
plus.
god, I remember this song. Isn't this
Sesame Street?
Sesame Street, yes. Or was it called Sesame Street?
Aye, I think so, yeah.
I think so. Oh, that's not.
It's a mix.
It's a mix.
It's Hit the Decks.
So it's the whole tape a mix.
Oh, it's all mixing, yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that.
Oh, the halcyon days.
Oh, good times.
Good times.
So, fucking hell. That must be back from 1992, I'm going to say.
Yeah, it would be around about then. Now, you see, on a musical theme, now we discussed it before the show, you see, because this is the second show in a row
right,
where it is just the two
Me
of
and thee.
us.
Yes.
The two of us.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I reckon we need a little bit of musical interlude just to fall off of the back of that now.
Oh, okay.
You know, because I actually really do enjoy these shows where it's just you and I.
Okay.
It's not that I, dislike intently the other people that come in the studio, but it's good fun.
It's nice because normally, of course, when there's more voices here, you don't really get a word in edgeways. It's hard to, get time to chat. But, because we can just chill here.
Because we've known each other for a long time, you and I.
Many, many moons.
Oh.
We met when we were, I'm going to say 14, 15, maybe a little bit older.
But 16, 17.
16, we're going to say, maybe. Yeah, sorry. And of course, been friends ever since.
Oh, a long time.
There's been times when we haven't kept in touch properly for a short while, but yeah, we soon changed that. Back before
because we're men and we don't keep in touch.
Exactly. Back before the halcyon days of the internets, and phone once in a blue moon.
Listen, kids. Smartphones and iPads, people used to actually have to take a pen and, shredded and compressed trees, which you probably know more about than me, right? Okay. Write on it and send it.
Yes. Oh, you had to give it to a man, and then or in a box, where a man would come and take it away in a van, and then take it to your. You people today have no idea how bad it was for us as younger fellows.
Unbelievable. Like back in those days. You see. Now, I'm sure even you would remember this, obviously, talking about letter writing, but I'm sure you must have romanced the odd lady back in the day.
I did, yes. Now, I did the thing where, and again, going back to the old tape cassettes, where you would make them like a kind of mixtape. A mixtape. I've made you a mixtape because, here's some songs I think that you will love, but it gets better though. So the mixtape, and some songs were songs I could copy from tape deck to tape deck. Because of course you had if you had a double tape deck system, you were laughing.
Yeah. Can I just
play and record?
Can I just interject? Can we please have some vague form of competition where we will make a listener a mixtape?
Oh, really?
That would just be fucking class.
But then, what format do we follow though? Can we do it on an actual fucking tape?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. An actual tape.
Oh,
which would then force whoever potentially won it to actually go out and buy something to play it on.
Oh, that could be genius. Okay, so we make a generic mixtape, a DHB mixtape.
Do you know what I think it would be like? Have you seen the film Escape from New York?
Yes.
Right.
Snake Plissken.
A fucking brilliant film.
Genius.
Right?
Yes.
The bit where Isaac Hayes shoots open the briefcase. Okay. Right. What I expect happening is, depending on the age of the person that wins the mixtape, it would be like the freaky haired dude when the tape falls out the bag. He picks it up, shakes it, and puts it to his ear.
Oh,
that's what I expect.
Okay.
Is this going to play?
Okay, here's my idea. What we do in this theme, okay, is we have had, of course, in the past, Battles of Dog Hill. The battles we've posted online have had a good response. People enjoy them, you see.
You do one side, I do the other.
I do side A, you do side B.
Well, I was thinking more B for you and A for me.
Okay, right. I'm thinking what we do is that here's the rules, right, for this mixtape off, if you will. So, we have to pick a year. I'm going to say, well, let's go the same year as, for example...
heads or tails?
Tails never fails.
Oh, it's heads.
Fuck you then.
I'm A.
Okay, right, so you're tight side A. So, what we do is we pick a year. I'm going to say 92, like that fucking Hit the Decks, right? Hit the Decks.
We can agree on that.
It's a classic year. It's got to be a song from 92, or that kind of 90 to 92 kind of era, okay? Or songs from that era. But we've also got to do it so that we record it, we'll do like a romantic one, or imagine we're trying to woo our ladies.
We're
making a song or songs in that era I mean, I'm just spitballing here, Pink.
Well,
you know,
well, hold on.
You can
hold
fire
on.
him with some
hold
ideas
on.
if you
Do we want to just have this competition open for the ladies?
The ladies, okay. Well, see, I don't want to be romancing. I mean, unless I can do one for the rubes.
Well, we're not actually romancing. Because
Okay.
remember, this is hashtag comedy.
Hashtag comedy.
Hashtag pretend.
Right. Okay. Okay. Good thinking. Right. Well, that sounds like a plan. So, well, how about you make one for Stubble's best?
Ooh.
See, we have you record your side of the battle.
Holy shit, that tape would need to be made out of asbestos. It would be fucking smoking.
Whereas I will make my tape for the rubes, and we can do that way. You see.
Ah.
Or do we just have a battle?
But then that takes out the competition element. We like to get the listeners.
Oh, so they get.
Hold on. Have you got the chat room in front of you?
I do. Yes.
Right. Chat room. Just respond. Competition or not?
Okay. So they at the end of the contest they can win something.
Yes.
Or
why don't we just ask the chat room a question?
But see, I'm loving the idea of actually recording to a cassette tape.
Yes.
That's got to happen.
In fact, while we're on the subject of cassette tape, I have threatened this for a while. The next time I am home, I will locate the tape that has me on it on the Chris Moyle show.
I will find a way. I can easily find a way to transfer that audio to the computer. And as we're speaking.
In fact, I will still have cassette tape audio of me on the Joe Wiley show when I won a competition.
Oh.
And that you hear me when she's like going, you're sounding a bit nervous. And I'm like, no, you're all right. I'm just drinking Stella. And this was at 11 o'clock in the morning while I'm sure to say that.
Oh, genius.
Cracked open a tin of Stella.
Now, what I've found I'm looking at eBay right now as well.
Yes.
And there's plenty of cassette to MP3. And I imagine the reverse is also capable of MP3 to cassette.
Yes.
Although if I can find it, I'm sure I've got an old stereo somewhere lying here as well with a tape deck.
So
I'm sure
I
can put a feed into that from here and we just record. Oh, well, I can do this. We can do this. I'm gonna dig out that stereo and I'm gonna do this. We will do this.
I have.
I'm so excited.
Oh, exactly. It's just like back in the day.
So, right, again, to clarify, we're going to record like romantic, because of course back then what you would do.
Well, as you say, what you would do is you had married a lady back in the day. This is when, as I say, post internet and all that kind of thing. So you would send her now. What would normally happen? I'm sure you can admit, right? So you've met a woman, met a girl. You've been on your holidays probably at Clacton or something like that. You've met someone by the pinball machine, the Ghostbusters pinball machine, right?
Yeah.
Been chatting away. She's admired your high-techs.
Ghostbusters pinball machine, yes.
She's admired your high-techs.
Your massive high-techs with the big white tongues.
Yeah, and you've liked her pigtails.
Naturally.
You know what I mean?
And her naf-naf tracksuit. Her shell suit, beautiful, with the heavily starched fringe.
And the Capri jacket.
Yes, right? That's the one.
And the Joe Blogs jeans, right? And what you'd do is you'd have maybe a wee smoochy smooch, right? A wee smoochy smooch, and then you'd go, hey, can we write each other and all that? In the vague hope that you might get your hole, right?
Okay.
Knowing that it's never really going to happen. Now what happens is you get home. You're home about 2 days. You hear that thump at the front door as if someone's dropped off the yellow pages.
Yes.
And you go, the fuck was that?
That's it.
You get to the front door, and honestly, it's like the National Geographic has arrived. You're like, what the fuck's this?
Oh.
Handwritten. Open it. At least 20 pages.
Yes.
From the said lady.
Pictures of hearts and drawings of faces, smiley
pictures
faces.
Of hearts. Oh, yeah, drawings.
The eyes have got a heart for the dot in the eye.
Oh, the whole thing.
And generally written in red pen.
Pristine handwriting.
Yes.
One of those pens, you know the ones that had the different colours, the blue ones, right?
Yes,
that's
okay.
it. So she would alternate and have wee rainbow colours and everything like that,
That's right.
So you would get all this, and it was basically kind of like what women do, their entire thought transposed onto paper.
Yes.
So they would speak to you almost like talking to granny. Oh, I woke up today and I thought, it's a bit of a strange day. Got out the wrong side of bed, pulled on my slippers and went downstairs, said hello to mum and dad, had some Cheerios, etc., etc. You then would be compelled to respond.
But they still do that though, but just on Facebook now.
Yeah. Now you'd be compelled to respond and you would go, No bother. So you'd rip out a lined bit of paper out of
From your jotter.
A jotter,
Yes.
exactly. Probably RE, because you had plenty blank spaces in that.
Yes,
Especially in Sponge's class.
Yes.
So, in joke. So, yeah, and you would just take that and you would think, right, okay, what am I going to... And you would only fill one side of one page and mail it off.
That's right. Oh, yes. How are you? I am fine.
Yeah.
Today I was out on my BMX.
Yeah.
Look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you for your lovely letter.
Thank you for your letter. It was great. Kiss. I want to see your boobs. Bye-bye.
Please keep in touch.
Yes, that's exactly
You
it.
would send that off.
Uh-huh.
A week later, you'd go to the front door. Another 20 pages.
Oh, yes.
And so it continued. And then you would go... Tell you what, I'll up the game here a little bit. I'll make her a mixtape.
Oh.
And it would just be full of all sorts of romantic stuff. The power of love.
Oh, yes.
Aye.
You got a bit of the power of love.
Now, what you would try to do with that mixtape is you were trying to just ease those panties off.
So you're saying
using
that
the medium of music.
the audio would slacken the knicker elastic.
It had a certain malleable quality.
And of course, back then, those were some big knickers.
Oh,
There was
mexty me.
none of this thong or French panty nonsense back in those days. These were proper, like, to the knee.
It was like
ticklers.
fucking tennis shorts.
Oh, yes. You know those kind of lycra shorts that cyclists wear just to prevent chafing.
Oh.
It was like those. Past the knees, probably with tassels at the knees, tie them shut in case you got the shits.
I mean, back then the pants were huge, right? You were delighted just to get a bit of lace trimming round the edge, because if you did see that, you'd be, oh, she fucking likes it dirty. I turned into Lurch.
Because even if you got a smoochy and had a wee, and of course you'd spend maybe half an hour just getting from the lower back to just have a pinky just touch the hem of the panties.
Oh.
And that was enough. Like,
that's a knee trembler
touch
right
the
there.
pants,
And I mean, imagine getting your hand around the front on the old poppers.
Oh. And of course, that age, you had no idea what you were doing.
Heady
so you
stuff.
thought that by needing these things like fucking dough, that was getting them off. It's not. It turns out. Would you believe that? It took me to my late 30s before I realised that one, you know. Oh, you're not enjoying that? Need. Oh, what's it?
It's like fucking turning the socks inside
The
out.
roops hits me with a shoe. Get the fuck off of them, you daft bastard.
And you'd be go, I've got a 6-pack of special vat here. And you'd be thinking, hey, you might fancy a wee drinky. I don't normally drink. Oh, it's lovely.
It's just like juice.
Aye.
Listen, love, I've got a bottle of MD 2020 here. It's orange flavoured. So imagine you're drinking Fanta.
Oh.
Next thing you know, you're carrying them home covering their own vomit, leaving their front door, knocking one away. Out come the parents in the pajamas. What the fuck is going on here?
Oh, but Jesus, I'll never forget. Right, here's it was we were out one night back in Thurso in the halcyon days, and we were out with a chap called, now I have to name him, right, so that people can know this, right? It was a certain Mr. Darren Holiday, right?
Oh yes.
Now if anyone, a top-end lad, some cracking stories off of the back of him.
Oh yes.
Unbelievable. But anyway, we were out one night and he proceeded to get what we'd call in Caithness a fucking bursting, right?
Okay. If you could just slip into clip mode there and give folk,
Now, in Caithness, a fucking bursting is basically knocked the fuck out.
Yes.
Now, this was in fact, it was the entire fault of the criminal's t-shirt thieving fucker,
yes,
right? Who he
was kicked about like a fucking empty tracksuit.
Oh, he was just right. So anyway, the t-shirt thief had in fact, do you know whose fucking fault this is?
Okay.
It's actually fucking yours, right?
How fucking dare you, sir?
Hold the fucking phone!
Whoa.
Wait till I fucking explain.
You better explain.
This
sir.
is
I have
fucking
no idea
tenuous, but you will know, right?
Okay.
So actually, you owe him a fucking apology.
How dare?
Right. So, I, back in the day, used to have a little red and black Mini, right? Now, I had this Mini, and this one night, I had decided to swap my car with a certain t-shirt thief.
Right, yes.
Now, I had also been trying to squiring about my lady's knickers as well, and
yes.
and at the same kind of time had his finger up my bum.
So
right?
So that's right. So you thought,
right? So
I've told that story before, haven't
I? We have.
Yes, finger in your arse.
Look and get off, you bastard. Right. Right now.
So you think Mini's no use for canoodling?
No, Mini was no use, but Mini was borrowed because Mini was cool back in the days.
Yeah.
Now, so I had swapped into a Mark III Escort.
Oh yes, beautiful car,
which had more doors and more seats.
Yes.
Now I was then doing what they call in Thurso a wee cruise. Now a cruise is still universally known, but this was having a wee cruisy about in a car.
Which, but also bear in mind though that the kind of main street, if you will, of Thurso is a large rectangle.
It's basically,
I say large. It's pretty much you could walk around it in about a minute.
Is the main street in Thurso? Is it Trail Street?
Pretty much, yeah.
Is it Trail Street? So the term, if you were with a lady back in the day and she was, how should we say, not tight, it was like throwing a sausage up Trail Street. Right.
Yes.
So. But anyway, so I was in this Mark III Escort and I was on a wee cruisy about. Now, you don't speak for the next fucking 2 minutes.
My lips are sealed, but I will have a fucking suitable response, I can assure you, sir.
So, anyway, now we've discussed this previously. So I'm driving about in this Mark III Escort and a fucking Thon Big Galoot there had squired an air pistol, right? So I'm cruising about the street in this car and Thon Big Galoot, right, Mr. Sasquatch, Scott Taylor, our show host.
Hello.
Took out this pistol when I was driving away in this car and shot basically to the heavens with this. And it wasn't a gat gun, but it was something slightly more powerful. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it shot a pellet. Now, the trajectory of said pellet went up, across, and down. Now, I was a good 200 yards away, speeding away in this Mark III 1.6 GL Mark III Escort with multicolored doors and accident damage from a caravan on the back, right? This pellet hit the bottom corner of the rear window and fucking smashed it to fuck. So, subsequently, we had to, and Mr. T-shirt Thief and myself then had to go and get another window. We went and borrowed the window from a certain chap who had an Escort. Right. Now, T-shirt Thief, as was his wont back in the day, just kind of chose not to pay for the window.
I was going to say, because wasn't this,
interject.
if you don't mind, to clarify, I did try to avoid shooting said car. I was egged on by friends. Shoot the car. I did aim like 10 feet above the car.
Yes.
Forgetting, of course, that the trajectory would dip as it traveled over space at the time and hit the window. Psh. But then when you went to get the windscreen to replace it, the rear windscreen, to replace it, you then took it from a car that was parked in the man's driveway who hadn't given his consent to have said screen removed from his car.
But it was more the fact that the impending cash, which I believe was 30 whole English pounds, Scottish as well, did not transact because T-shirt Thief was his wont back in the day, was not overly forthcoming at payment. So, this window had yet to be paid, and on this night, Mr. Holiday was present. There was a good group of us out. Money was, sought.
Yes.
By many angry, vendors. Step forward, Mr. Holiday, in sheer bravado.
Wankered.
A bit drunk. Something along the lines of, you get to fuck.
Right.
And quite literally, a cracking smack to the teeth, and he arched like David Seaman getting a goal scored past him by Ryan Giggs in the 1999 FA Cup. Arched his back like a salmon across the bonnet of a car and had a face like a fucking burst welly.
Oh, yes.
Now, this is then getting on to the, something that we'd spoken about earlier on. When his face quite literally looked like a burst pillow, we then had to take him home.
Yep.
Now, We got to the door and chapped on the door. As we were talking about the drunken female earlier on, we chapped the door and run away.
Yes.
We sort of chapped on the door with Mr. Holiday, whose father came to the door and just went, "You bed," like that. And off he went with his burst face, and he went,
right.
And he just sort of went, "Thanks a lot, boys," and just shut the door. "You bed."
That's right.
And he was drinking soup for 3 days.
Yep. His face was a mangled mess. There was never. I mean, nowadays it'd be like, "Oh my God, get him to A&E." You bed.
You
Your
bed.
face is a fucking looks like it is hit by a car.
Looked like fucking Homer Simpson. He had a pair of lips on him.
That's right. Holy shit. That's a fucking flash.
So it's actually your fault.
Well, I mean, if you were to follow the chain of progression long, I would say it's more your fault, sir. It's more your fault. No. Well, it's kind of your fault for driving so slowly.
How the fuck is it my fault?
Well, you know, if you drove like a real man, they would never have hit you. But also the fault of the owner of the pistol who went, "Take this, shoot that car." Now, listen, I was easily led back then. I was a man who had no free spirit of his own. I was like, "Okay, I'll do that." Boom! Fucking, my heart sank when that thing spiderwebbed and went psh, and imploded. It broke me.
I remember getting out the car and roaring like a fucking twat up the street. "You can't!
You fucking can't!" I mean, it's lucky they didn't go through the window and hit one of you in the back of the head, for fuck's sake.
Because if you can imagine back in the day being 18 and 19 and all that, a vehicle with all the windows in is a suitable kind of mode for getting your hole.
Well,
because obviously sometimes you couldn't use your house or whatever because the parents didn't like loads of randy teenagers coming back and just boffing the arse off of things. So the car was sanctuary back then.
Have we mentioned before about the time that you took a girl in your Mini?
We probably have, but lash at it because I know you love this story.
I do love this because, of course, there was a band of us back then who all had licenses. So you'd have maybe kind of 5 or 6 cars, sometimes more, who would just go round this circuit, round and round, and stop and chat and stuff. But then
we would back in the day stop in Robin's chip shop and go in with £2 and leave with about 30 quid's worth of produce.
Allegedly, when somebody worked there, who was in the not me,
allegedly,
me. Allegedly, we would of course go round and round. But if a car disappeared, like yours did that night,
do you know what? I'll give you the backstory.
Right,
was that myself and the lady at the time were on a bit of a break.
Aha.
Now, I had picked her up in the Mini. And had said, right, we're going to go off and have a wee chat and see if we can sort things out.
Okay.
So that is the backstory.
That's right, son.
And I will let you do your thing.
As friends and supportive friends, of course, as well. Friends who want to see you get back with your good lady and give you the time and space you require to do such a thing. Let you go off with your good lady to talk.
Yes.
Now, of course, you drove somewhere quiet, and we were concerned for your safety because you disappeared. For all we knew, your car had been, in
an accident or something.
In an accident. Yes. You'd maybe lying in a ditch somewhere. Our job then was to coordinate with with the use of CB radios in each car. Coordinate a search party.
So you had scoured the entire town looking for me.
We spent about an hour going up side streets and back streets and over fucking dark alleyways to find you until the radio cracked into life.
Because unbeknown to you, I had just not gone and hidden. I had just gone and parked down at beside, in fact, conveniently, the old fish market.
Exactly, the old fish market where there's a large car park, and you chose to park in the dead centre of said pitch black car park.
Yeah, because we were actually chatting.
Right, okay.
We were.
So here we are, scout parties going round and round. We get a call on the radio. Fucking Breaker 19. This is fucking. This is Rubber Duck calling Pigpen. Target has been found. I repeat, target has been found. Someone spotted you, but far enough away that you didn't know they were there.
Because it was pitch dark. And we were chatting
in the middle of an unlit car park.
Yes.
So then you've now got quite literally about 10 cars have converged on this area, and in slow motion have snuck into said car park with the lights off.
Because we were talking and the windows were closed because we were wanting privacy.
Yes.
The windows were steamed.
Oh, steamed. Oh, man, you couldn't see a thing. So talking.
Certainly you couldn't from inside the fucking car.
Talking, of course,
talking.
Very serious talk. Naked talk. Okay, so the cars snuck in, lights off, and formed a ring of vehicles all round your car, but facing direct towards it. And again, through the use of the CB radio, the coordinated countdown of 3, 2, 1, full beams!
Can I interject and say that who was it that opened the passenger fucking door? I think it was fucking you.
Suddenly for Pink, it's daylight outside.
Yes.
You've got 20 high-powered fucking headlights facing directly onto your car with your little pink ass going up and down. I mean,
going
up and down.
No. What it was that because my Mini back in the day had non-reclining seats.
Yes.
So we were just talking, and as I'm sure there are guys out there that know, you'll have an ex-girlfriend and you'll go and have a wee talk and see how things get on.
Yes, okay.
You chat and you maybe reminisce, and then all of a sudden you find your cock in her mouth.
Right.
And those things do unfortunately happen. So you can imagine the shock on my face. You can imagine the shock in this poor girl who, when the door flung open and the lights went on, she's chomping down on the old Bobby. And can tell you here and now, I'm lucky that she never chomped the fucking thing off.
I mean, it's fair to say that when I cracked that bad boy open, and saw that little dark-haired wench, her head going like a fucking jackhammer.
Like a fiddler's elbow.
Do you know when you put 10p in the band and spin it and the things, that was your eyes spinning round, enjoy until suddenly, boom, headlights, door open. Way!
Now, I was fucking fuming.
Oh, yes. Now, of course, even back then, you were a big stretch of a lad, and I took to my heels very swiftly, dived into a Peugeot 205, which spun the wheels out the car park to get away from you.
Driven by the fucking CEO, I would say.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, the thing is that, as I say, I was raging. Now, knowing that we're midway through.
Right.
We weren't finished.
You weren't even near the tickly bit.
No. Well, certainly I wasn't finished. So,
okay.
Therefore, it was half a job. Now, being fully well aware that there was obviously... I mean, it was like a coordinated fucking search for a missing person that had gone on.
Do you know, Mountain Rescue, SEAL Team 6 would have been proud of this shit.
Unfucking real. Now, what I did was, see, I thought to myself, we need to go somewhere quiet, but these fuckers are going to track us down.
Right.
So I did the ultimate double bluff. And thought, well, the last thing they'll be thinking is that, they could see me where I was.
Yes.
But if I went and just parked down the side of the old fish market, they'll never see me. And thankfully, and I remember we were down this little dark spot in the Mini, and I was seeing car headlights driving around, searching like you wouldn't believe. Yep. And I managed to get the peace and quiet required to just fully finish the conversation.
Well, there's the thing, though, is that surely... the sight of 20 head bulbs and a large man going, way at the door, did that not throw her off her game? I mean, kill the mood, if you will.
Well,
or did you and your smooth talking?
As you can hear, ladies,
right?
This fucking shit is just getting real. And when this dulcet, golden, syrupy voice gets to work, there's nothing that a woman won't do. Right.
Okay. let's move on from this discussion about your time. So, do you remember a while back? Speaking about things from old shows.
Yes.
Do you remember a while back we spoke about a news reporter who the cameras had cut to him? They were searching for a young girl. A young girl went missing.
Oh.
And the cameras cut to him.
Do you know what? Ironically, I was playing this last night.
Were you really?
Oh.
I mean, so to give you a bit of backstory, I'll play it again. So
please play it.
But of course, so American Fox News, they've cut to this guy too early. He doesn't know that he's now live to the fucking nation. He's still chatting away to the cameraman. So
it's a T-shirt slogan right there.
Oh, I don't care if she's 20. Hell, I'd fuck her. You can't say you wouldn't fuck her. Maybe that's what I'll do when they find her. I'll go and fuck her. Fuck her right in her pussy.
All right, well, we definitely
And it
apologize
cuts back to
for
the
that
studio,
edit.
and you can hear the.
Well, do you know what? See the facial expression she's got there? That
Yeah.
was not too dissimilar to the facial expression of the lady in the car when you open the door.
It was. But the best thing is, though, that really fucking cracked me up was that because of this, there's been it's now become a thing where people are doing this regularly. You know,
The most famous one is, and he's just known if you go on YouTube as the fuck her right in the pussy guy.
Yes, exactly. So, so this guy who's just basically wearing a hoodie, a black hoodie, and
He's got a grey goatee beard.
a grey goatee beard, is just going around and sabotaging news reports by shouting this, fuck her right in the pussy thing. Now,
It's just, listen, I love my infantile, very simple, basic humor. I was talking about it on the rig. You can't get better humor than a fucking polystyrene cup on a hat.
Fuck in the pussy.
oh, sorry,
Oh,
okay. Wrong one. So here we go. Pause that aside. So yeah, it's infantile.
It's infantile, simple humor, just people saying like random shit and stuff like that. It just floats my boat.
So of course that carried on then to this other guy. It's not playing the right one. Let me just find it here. So it's carried on to this new guy with the hoodie, who is just sabotaging news reports to do this. I mean, here he
The
is.
three
Here.
victims were part of a CXS. Fuck her right in the pussy.
He just ran in the news report, grabbed it, and shouted, "Fuck her right in the pussy."
She's in the middle of an OB talking about some serious news story, and he runs and grabs the microphone out of her hand and just shouts, "Fuck her right in the pussy."
So the same guy again appears in another news report for a local station who are reporting about an oil spill.
Find the crack in the 64-year-old pipeline. I'm standing here with Fred, who says he was greatly impacted by the gushing of oil. Can you tell us a little more of what you saw?
I sure can. I was sitting on my front porch, grabbed a beer, and fuck her right in the pussy.
So this became a thing, you see.
But the thing is, if you watch that whole clip and you see the guy, the news reporter saying that, then it clips to this guy running and grabbing the mic. But it's the third clip where and it's like, and we're just speaking to this local resident, is it Fred? And it pans to it, and you just see him stand there, and you just know, and he's so kind of deadpan, and it is brilliant.
It's wonderful.
It's just fucking brilliant.
So of course this became like a huge kind of internet meme.
Yeah.
And everyone was like quoting this. But the best thing that's happened though is that people are now taking it into their own heads to do the same thing when they see a reporter on the microphone is just step in and do this.
I'm not sure if you've even seen it. There was someone interviewed at a Brazil game in the World Cup. Did you see it? Have you got it there?
Stand by your beds.
Oh.
Because now, of course, here's some clips from the World Cup. Of course, the place is covered in reporters, you see. And
Is going, the flags are waving, and even though it's been a few hours since Brazil took the game, the party is still going on here. Now Brazil beat out Chile 3-2, but it was a nail biter. It was a very, very close call. I want to bring in some of the fans. How nervous were you guys watching this game?
I was really nervous. Fuck her right in the pussy.
Okay, we just disregard that altogether. You can tell things are getting a little bit wild here. Let's go.
disregard that. Things are getting a bit wild
Can
here.
you imagine? Can you imagine? I mean, the thing is, you've got to kind of feel sorry for them, but ultimately respect their professionalism, because they're expecting a Neymar was absolutely amazing.
Yep.
Oh, Hulk, he was brilliant. And someone goes, yeah, it's great. And fuck around the pussy.
But the thing is, though, the best thing is, though, that gets me, that I fucking love, it's not even just like native English speakers. It's even foreign reporters that get this happening as well, though.
Fuck her right in the pussy.
So here's this guy. They're obviously they're there for Mexico. And just fucking. I'll just play it.
Fuck her right in the pussy.
Now, you see, to translate, what she was saying was, how do you think Hernandez from Man United is playing? What are your views? And he goes, well, Hernandez, fuck her at the pussy.
Yes. I think I've got one more here. I haven't listened to this beforehand, but I think there's one more here as well. Let's see.
Sócala. Fuck her in the pussy.
It just... I love this, and I need to see more of this. People, if you see a reporter out in the street, you've got to do this. It's fucking comedy gold.
I mean, if you could maybe get on Grampian when they're doing an OB up at the old Beech Grove or something like that.
Oh, yes. I know. Oh, the Beech Grove Gardens. Can you just imagine they're there, of course, with their green fingers, and look, we've grown this lovely orchid here, very, very rare. And I believe, Mr. Taylor, you are also I am, yes, King Gardener, love it, and fucking right in the pussy.
Yeah.
Could you imagine the celebrity you would have on BBC? Fucking right in the pussy.
In fact, I reckon that the listeners out there could maybe get creative and even leave us some voicemails.
Okay.
Of that.
So phone of course our show number is on screen now, 0131 2081 364. You can call us at any point, and feel free to bust out a fucker right in the pussy.
In fact, let's see. Right, what can we do? What have we got to give away to the best person that phones and annoys us just now with a fucker right in the pussy on the phone?
Right now, you see.
Yeah, why not?
I have no idea. What can we give them?
Because you know how much we like flowing on the show, having great banter back and forth, and then someone phones up and goes, hey, I just phoned to say hello. Yeah.
Yep, just dead air and stuff. And speaking of which, hello caller, you're on the show.
Fuck her right in the pussy!
Who's this? Oh, they've gone.
That's what we want.
That's
just
what we need.
in and out. Audio terrorism.
Just audio terrorism. Well done, sir. Fucking right in the pussy. I think what you do is pink. Nobody will want it, but what we'll do is we'll grab one of these stickers, maybe one of these illegal stickers that we can't give out anymore. I'll blur it away from the camera. There's and maybe sign that together and then horse out.
Just the two of us.
Just the two of us.
Yes,
exactly. Fucking, I love that shit. Here's a thing that I had to fucking comment on, or I have to bring up as well, is we have mentioned in the past about the stupidity of Facebook is the best forum for seeing how fucking ridiculous people can be, how brain people you may have known all of your life, people you may have known from your school days, and you see the shit that they write online, and it gives you, and it's easy within a number of posts to see how intellectually numb these fuckers are.
Yeah.
You've seen, I'm sure, people.
It's one of these things. It hurts your head. It's like, I mean, you just go,
Yes. What? I mean, there's one person in particular this last week, especially, that I've just been laughing at. Who, it's just everything's drama, and every post is threats, and every post is, oh my god, I'm going to kill somebody. And it's horrible. But here's one I saw, a Facebook post.
Did they have Facebook?
Yeah. hey. Joke of the fucking week. This has been Mr. Pink's second shit and joke of the week.
Mommy, I can't feel my legs.
So this woman here now, not one of my friends, but I did see the post. It was on one of these kind of sociable sites, and it's a woman, and it's a screen grab of her post on Facebook, and she's taken to Facebook to ask advice of her friends.
Right.
And fuck,
sounds reasonable.
I mean, okay, you may have friends. I have friends who are infinitely more intellectual than I am, and I frequently ask for advice and things.
Is this perchance the Cooper? She's got a touchy needy on Facebook of late.
Has she really?
Yeah, loads of questions on Facebook and whatnot.
Haven't noticed.
Just okay. Unbelievable. Cooper, fucking sort it out.
Oh, fucking hell.
Love the Coops.
So, this is a woman here. So she's gone online to ask advice, to express her concerns over her unborn baby. Yes, concerns.
Yeah, because you would go. You do know what? Because not wanting to stop the flow, but the thing is, if you have some form of medical emergency, medical query, or just general doubts, you would obviously not go to the trained professionals who have studied for 6 years.
Naturally,
you would just ask randoms on Facebook, "Hey, what's your opinion on X?"
Well, there's a reason why she's not going to the GPs.
She's fat.
No. It's because she's afraid, and I'll tell you why.
She's on a tag.
No. It's that she thinks her baby might be a horse. Right? It's the stunt. She thinks her baby could be a horse. And
Now hold on, because I have to say it. I can't not say it. I've thought it. I've said it already in my head.
Okay.
Why the long face?
Oh, well done, sir. So, this is what she wrote. She wrote, I'm 12 weeks pregnant, and I feel like I'm way too big already. My husband and I experimented with my horse one drunken night around when we conceived.
What?
Is it possible I'm actually carrying a foal? She then goes on to add, I'm so scared to go to ultrasound and then make me abort if so. I'm pro-life 100%, even if it's a horse. So, she writes, no judging, especially if you live in Arkansas. So
no judging. So, hold on. Cutting through it, and I'm reasonably quick on the uptake.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
Her and her husband were getting a bit jiggy with it.
Yep.
And they've introduced fucking Seabiscuit.
Pretty much.
Right.
They've gone out and got a bit of the old Black Beauty.
I mean, let's face it. Those fucking bad boys, it's kind of like this fucking microphone. Now,
what?
So she's been getting fucking down and dirty on the old fucking donkey dick kind of thing, is she?
Her and hubby, a little bit bored, You're a little bit bored with with the sex life. Like, what can we do tonight? I could break out the vibrators. No, that's not good enough. What I need is some ridiculously oversized horse cock.
Oh,
right in me. But the thing is, though,
what she was looking for was an equine erection.
Exactly. So, but I mean, have you seen? I don't know if you remember from years ago. There was a animated GIF or
maybe they were playing that game, the Dick Vet.
Yes. But there was a clip a while back of a woman who was getting fucked by a horse. And this thing, I mean, they have things like my arm, Pink, and that's going to ruin you internally. It's going to destroy you. It's going to gut you like a fish. But she's obviously, I don't know if they've just like had a handful of the ejaculate and rubbed it. I have no idea. But
someone must have fucking done the deed.
What kind of game can you play with a fucking horse? Where what the people of the internet? What is wrong with you? And this is posted on Facebook. I don't want to go for an ultrasound because they might make me terminated. A fucking foal. She thought she was having a foal.
Jesus, I mean, it's like normally, right, on this show, we've normally got something funny to say about most things.
Yes.
But I'm actually struggling.
At a loss for words.
Just at a loss for words here.
I remember a girl who used to work in the bar that I worked in before, and there was a lock-in one night. They're all sitting back having a few beers, and the boys and girls yachting away. And one of the girls had said to the lads, speaking about sexual promiscuity, any of you guys think maybe you've got kids out there you don't know about? And a couple of guys were like, well, I don't know, possibly, but I don't think so, I'm pretty sure I'm kid-free and such. And then, one of the guys had said jokingly to the girls, any of you girls think you've got kids out there you know about? And one of the girls went, I don't know. Good point. And you're like, well, you should fucking know. If anyone knows, were you unconscious for 9 months? What the fuck? Stupidity just fucking baffles me. I don't know, Pink. I don't know. Let's move on. Let's go on and do some of the old fucking DHB news.
Fuck you, people. Here's the headlines on the DHB news.
Oh, hold on a second.
Okay,
right,
holding.
Hold on. We have to backpedal here to another Facebook thing. I'm going on a fucking rant here.
You do that, sir.
Right. The fucking t-shirt thief, right? Now, Fraping occasionally can be mildly amusing.
Right, mildly being the operative term.
Mildly amusing. Yeah, it's one of those things, it's like, do you know what, right? Now, the last time I was round at the t-shirt thief, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, anyone that knows me as me may have noticed that I suddenly became friends with myself a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
Because t-shirt thief went online and scoured the world for everyone, a la kind of Dave Gorman, right? And gave a wee friend request to everyone with my fucking name.
Your real name?
My real name.
Okay.
Right?
John Johnson.
Only a couple replied, right? And accepted, which is fucking bizarre. Right? Now, I'm going to have a wee... Now, if you're just minding your own business and you've got Facebook, and just some generic person you've never met in your fucking life. You have to wonder, how fucking low and lonely do they have to be to accept a friend request from someone they don't know?
Okay.
And or they fucking have one vague fucking connection with, because it's normally like they've got like one friend in common or something like that. You have to wonder who says, yes, I'll take that, because I'm obviously looking for numbers. I've only got 4 friends and I'll take a 5th.
But quite admittedly, I do add folk and they add me just randomly, because I assume they're just listeners who want to,
No, that's
so
that is so different. But how many people out around the world don't have podcasts? Right.
Okay. Right.
So that's what I'm meaning. Not you and me. Right. No, because anyone that throws a request to Pink gets accepted.
Yeah.
Big knockers.
If you're a girl, you'll probably get a request from you.
Get a quicker exception, more quickly accepted than others. But so I said to him, look, fucking don't do that again.
Yeah.
My personal fucking Facebook. It's
Naturally.
a pain in the fucking hoop.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So that was that. Was round this weekend. Threatened on pain of death. Look, fucking don't do it. So I had my iPad. He was like, can I get a quick shot?
Why are you leaving your shit unprotected?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Code into
when
your
I
iPad?
I left it there and I went out to work on the door. It was logged out. It was when he's there, right? And he goes, can I have a quick look online? I need to do something. Yeah, no bother. You can see what he's doing, right? And what he's sneaky fucker, he lulls you. He's like, yeah, online, and then you switch off and you're watching the telly and he tilts the screen to where you don't see it and he just goes, oh, I'm looking into Facebook. Now he changed tact this week.
Okay.
He didn't go searching for people with my name.
Okay.
You get that page which it goes, you may know.
Yes, people you may know. And generally it's people you do know, but you can't fucking stand.
Right. And or people with such a tenuous link that you'd never meet them in a fucking month of Sundays.
Right, okay.
He sent a friend request to every fucking one of them, right? Now, if you know me personally, you may have noticed, because you get on your feed, such and such is now friends with fucking... Now, I don't know if I've still got all some of the names that are on here, right? 'Cause a one just came up just now, which is why it boiled my piss and made me think I have to mention this, right?
Okay.
So I'm going into my own personal account. Now, let's have a wee look in here, because there was fucking hundreds. Now, I'll read through a few of the names here.
Sorry, Pink. Can I just quickly keep a poise there?
Yes.
Can I just quickly reference back to the chat room where Susie Biker has written that her hubby once dumped a previous girlfriend because he caught her cleaning the horse's bobby with her tongue. What the fuck, Susie? If ever you need to phone in, is right now. I'll tell you. So
it is
so big.
Right.
Sorry.
Anyway,
carry on.
So we have a friend request now. Simonica Coutinho, right?
Love her. Great person.
Lovely.
Makes a great plate of chips.
Do you know what? She looks so nice. Now, I've no idea who the fuck she is.
Okay.
She's accepted my friend request, right? We've also got, right, Progetto Escala Dumar.
Oh,
right?
Progetto! I once met him in fucking Sunday school. He could draw a mean Jesus.
Right?
Right.
We've got Leazinho Rio das Ostras.
Oh, Ostras! Oh, yeah. I knew him as well. Horrible bastard. Hated him. Oh, go ahead.
We've got Washington Silvestre de Souza.
Okay, lovely person.
Right? We've got Thuani Walem.
Thuani
Walem.
Right.
Claudio Fresitas.
Okay.
Right? I mean, it goes on. Tares Philippe.
Oh, I love him.
Now, I'll tell you what.
Okay.
Now, I was tempted to keep Luck Ferrari, right?
Why wouldn't you?
Because I'll tell you what, the titties on her were stunning.
Okay.
But once again, she had to be binned.
Oh.
Now, it took me fucking half an hour to go into all these people and go, friend, unfriend.
Because that's the thing. When I don't know if maybe it works and I haven't found it yet, but if you accidentally friend somebody, you can't cancel that request until I believe... until maybe you can, but I haven't found the way to cancel these requests. Before I've gone snooping before and accidentally gone, oh shit, I've just clicked fucking add friend shit. How do I cancel this? And then you've got to search to find out how to do it.
Now, I'll quickly pop this up, right? Now, look on the chat. Now, look at this lovely lady.
Right, okay.
Now, what the fuck would possess her to just accept a random fucking friend request?
Layla Madeira. And her...
and she lives in Rio de Janeiro, right? Now, I live in fucking Scotland.
Okay.
Now, I know that there'll be a tenuous link because in our company there's a couple of people down in Brazil, right?
Okay, yeah.
But why the fuck would you accept a friend request from someone who doesn't speak your fucking language and lives fucking 3,000 miles away? I mean, how, and you've accepted it within hours of it being sent. You're like,
yes.
Oh, let's have a wee look, friend request here. Oh, yes, such and such from Scotland. Oh, yeah, well, we'll take him. Now, I'm not wanting to be too unkind.
No, God forbid.
Now, Layla Madeira. Now, love, you're needing to lose a couple of pounds. Now, I'm gonna make a slight assumption here.
Right.
That she's maybe single.
Okay. Well, why would you assume this?
Well, hold on. Do you want to see her again? Right. There's every chance.
She does look like a tight prop for fucking Wigan rugby team, to be fair. Okay.
She looks like she's Samoan, basically. Right.
Okay.
Now, it's only an assumption. But why? Why fucking continue to rape me, you cunt?
Because it's funny,
motherfucker. But you see,
how you're reacting.
Not only did he do it once, right? No, and I fucking told him.
Right.
When having dinner last night, we're having some food and all that. I do quick. Fucking did it again.
Stop giving him your fucking devices, man.
I swear on my fucking life. Right, I'll get the fucker back.
Right, okay.
Oh, fuck. Honestly, as we've been sitting here, there's more, like, because obviously some of these people, they've been away or something for a day and they're like, oh, hello, I've just woken up the other side of the fucking world. Oh, yes, except, fuck.
It's fucking gold. That's fucking brilliant.
Now, admittedly, I'm fucking piss is boiling.
Right.
Now, but if you do find someone's Facebook account open and whatnot, do the same thing, because I would imagine you would maybe get some entertainment of seeing them being as annoyed as I am. So, fuck you as well for laughing, you bastard.
So we have, of course, speaking of Facebook, now if you're going to, I mean, Pink, of course, going back to your musical taste there, when we played that small track there from, Hit the Decks 3.
Oh. I'm telling you what, listen, do you know what? Listen, Maynard is fucking cutting the shapes on this.
Oh, absolutely is. Hit the Decks 3 is that, now, of course, this is from an era when, Pink, back in our youth, you would go to a barn dance, or you'd go to a dance that was very kind of cobbled together. It wasn't the safest place to be. I mean, a few barn dances we went to, people had died at these things.
Listen, driving home recently, I passed Huntley and it said barn dance with an arrow. I nearly went.
Oh, I don't blame you.
Fucking just to go in and see farmers with white shirts, brogues on, drinking clear fucking
moonshine.
Liquid.
Someone watches home brew.
Rolling up the old fucking sleeves and brain fuck at each other. It was worth going just to see.
It's a spectator sport in itself.
hell.
So the barn dances, of course, and raves,
yes.
Of course, from this era of music as well. Raves were a big thing, you see.
Oh, yeah.
But seemingly raves are still a kind of a thing that happens. I thought raves had died away with Acid House and Smiley Faces, but no, they're still on the go. Now, if you're going to have an illegal rave, you see, you don't post about it on Facebook. How many folk have you seen that do things either illegal or stupid and then go, ho, ho, look what I've done, hee, hee, ho, and then the cops bust them for it?
Well, are we seeing just how dangerous Facebook is?
Exactly.
It's dangerous.
It's fucking... In fact, we've got an email for you shortly that's based on that, but we'll get back to that as well.
If you're wanting to fillet your horse, which could be your want,
right?
You can do it in the comfort of your own home, but Facebook then makes it public if you're fucking stupid.
If you want to fillet your horse. Okay, so here's a group of folk who organised an illegal rave, basically in a field right beside a fucking quarry. Great location. People get pissed in the quarry, deed brown bread.
Right.
So the police had found this out and cancelled it and said, anyone who goes there, if we catch you going there, we're going to arrest you. Because essentially for their own safety. And so straight away, and this is over in Ireland. The local kids that were on Facebook, fucking ruining everyone's summer, that shit, fucking cops, bastards, fuck the police, blah blah. The police,
what, fucking NWA were there?
Oh, exactly.
Fuck the police.
Fuck the police. So the police, and quite well done as well, posted on their official page, the official page for that force and location, and it reads, shows you the maturity level of some folk on here with their ruining the summer and fuck the police comments. Seriously, we have ruined every young person's summer in the whole world ever by telling you not to go to an unlicensed, unregulated carry-on in a field in the middle of a countryside, which just happens to be close to a quarry. How mean are we? Perhaps your summer would be better if we let this go ahead. And you got so off your face on drink and drugs that somehow you thought it was a good plan to try and fly off the cliff edge into the quarry. Excellent plan, I say not. Whose summer would that make so much better? Or better still, how good would the summer be if you were searched going to this and we found your stash of drugs? Then we took you to court and you got conviction for drug offences and maybe a prison sentence. Seriously, wise up. This is what's written. Wise up. I say it again. If you don't like what we post in here to keep your community safe, I suggest you unlike us. For those interested and for the favourable and constructive comments, I thank you.
No, but
well done, police force.
No, but you see, I applaud that. But as my friend, realised last week, not all police have got the same humour level. Now, you see, if only all policing was humorous and whatnot, if they pulled up and went, oh, you old japester, listen, just slow down a wee bit there, Sterling, and just cool the beans, as they used to say,
yes.
and everything to be far better. But we all know the police aren't quite like that.
I would have to disagree. I've met some really good police officers who are a bit more kind of, I won't say slack because they're not, but good at their job because if you are knowledgeable and you've done wrong and you're like, yep, done wrong, blah blah, then generally you might get a wee spank in the wrist, until you fuck up again, then you get smashed down, you see.
Yeah.
I think it's a case of common sense. And this is common sense at its finest. They're like, you know what? You're all being twats here. We're trying to keep you alive for fuck's sake.
But you see, if only the police were all like, say, Hot Fuzz.
Ah, right, okay.
That would be good.
Oh, would it?
Yes.
Really? Okay. But then you remember police up in the Highlands, certainly back in our era, our youth as well. Generally fine enough but of course it was corrupt as fuck because, your parents, your grandparents all knew the coppers, and generally a wee handshake and a bottle of whiskey under the table would keep you out of fucking strife.
Well, yeah. Now you see, I could. Now, shall I just drop the beans here?
Oh,
but I should, I suppose. Seeing as we're talking about police, but both my folks were both bobbies.
That's right.
Yes, ex-police.
I don't want to say, of course, but you've come from a police family.
But back in the fucking day, long before I came along, so it's not as if, can you imagine being a youngster about 16 or 17 and your old man's like a chief inspector or something like that?
Yes.
I'd be like, oh, what a fucking nightmare.
Oh, God. But did you find then, of course, with your you coming from a police background, family-wise, that you were under heavier scrutiny, perhaps, or
no,
not at all?
Because as I say, it was long before I came along. I mean, the funny thing is that even though the old man has been out of the police for a long time,
yes,
it still sometimes can help.
Say
for instance, once again, there's a friend, an older friend,
okay,
paternally, right,
okay,
who may or may not have been, say, driving towards Wick. Once again, this is all alleged.
No, in fact, you're telling a story.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. It's just pretend I'm Bernard Crivens.
Right, okay.
So anyway, driving towards town, drives through a small hamlet called Rees. Now, in Rees, the speed limit there is 40 miles an hour, but it's still a main road. Right?
Yes.
It's one of these kind of places where, maybe slow down a fraction. But anyway, this day, this chap was driving through there at, say, 62 miles an hour. Now, normally, 62 miles an hour in a 40 zone, I believe, would be 6 points and a reasonable fine of about £100. Now, as was approaching Tesco's in the outer limits of the massive, salubrious, huge mega city that is Wick, elderly gentleman noticed blue lights in the rear window. Boo! Just giving it a fucking woo woo woo, fucking and fingers pointing. You
hit the decks rave in the background.
Fucking stop! Yeah, exactly. Just giving it what for? In.
There's an illegal rave behind him, but he's carrying on regardless.
So anyway, oh yes. So anyway, I believe the police pulled up and went, you know why we stopped? I stopped you, and he's like, yeah, was that nipping on a wee bit? Aye, nipping on a wee bit. Aye, that'll be the understatement of the century. Then he does the killer line.
Oh,
aye, and me an ex-policeman as well.
Well played, sir. Well played.
And is that right? Says the policeman.
Peg,
well,
if I could stop you saying we have a phone call. Hello, caller.
Fuck her right in the pussy.
Okay, so
right.
This is a thing I fully endorse. For fuck's sake. So the policeman sort of goes, oh really? Well then, you'll need to slow down next time, like that sort of, and just goes, and you just be on your way then, sort of thing. The knowing nod, if you will.
Yeah,
yes.
the old handshake under the leg, evening officers type thing. Sneaky bastard that he is.
Oh man, brilliant. So yeah, that was of course the Facebook post. What about yourself? Anything at all news-wise you can share with us?
Do you know what? I was having a wee scaff here online, and I found one here. Now, there's a woman in Washington, in Americas.
Right.
Now, for whatever fucking reason, right? And do you know what? There's a strange concept. Right, that I saw once again. I saw on Facebook a thing called Walmart moms.
Okay,
now, I don't get that in America.
Oh, okay,
all these apple pie moms, fucking shut up, America, you fucking bunch of fucks. Right. So I can only assume this is like a Walmart mom type thing, right? Now, for whatever reason, she is only eating pet food for a month to show how nutritious it is.
Oh.
Now, so she's an American pet store owner.
Yeah.
Dorothy Hunter is eating nothing but cat and dog food for 30 days to prove to the world it's just as nutritious and delicious as human food.
Oh, it absolutely is not.
Now, Dorothy owns Paws Natural Pet Emporium stores in Washington and says she only sells natural and healthy pet food.
Right.
And to prove it's so good, even humans can eat it, she started her pet food diet plan on June the 19th and intends to stay on it for a month.
Ooh,
no. Jellied tripe for tea again.
Oh, no. I mean, I've been, probably Pink as well. In fact, you were probably there, where it's happened to me before, where I've passed out drunk or been nearly passed out drunk at a party, and someone said, "Oh, do you want something to eat? Oh, that'd be great. Oh, I'll just put a wee pie for you. A wee pie in the microwave for you. One of our favourite Johnson's pies in the old microwave for you.
Johnson's.
They've then gone through the house, lifted off that lid off the pie, steak pie.
Yeah.
That kind of pastry lid.
Yeah.
Scooped out all the goodness and replaced with fucking Win-A-Lot. Lid back on, microwave, bidding. Oh, here's a pie. Ate drunk as fuck, ate the whole thing. Then was told, by the way, dog food pie.
Drop me a reggae.
But no, God, no, God. Why would I spoil it? Why would I spoil it?
That's right. You don't like it.
No, it's
in fact,
fucking devil work.
I deployed that when we were at Lady Pie's house. When the pies came out the oven, and I was seeing that there was about 4 pies, and I thought, he doesn't like reggae. And I went, and you're a bit drunk, and I put a big squirt on 3 of them.
Yep, that's
thus
right.
Cutting your quota down.
I was fucking fuming.
I was see ribs. I try my best
to keep me slim. Well done, sir. But speaking of food, of course, and speaking about, we've talked before about raising funds to help us. The plan, of course, we are going to have a mini marathon show on August the 2nd. That's the plan. Start midday. It's a Saturday. Start midday. Carry on for however long, have a kind of party. But it'll be a bit more organised than the last one, where people will be invited to come along at certain times, So we're not all here from the offset fucking around bored until you actually get on the air. You come up, so that'll happen. More details to follow. However, we also want to do at a later date a proper live event where we hire a hall, for example. We do a live kind of stage show. We invite an audience there, but we will need to raise funds to help kind of cover this and get it going. So there are many options, of course, online. You have Kickstarter for one. Kickstarter is a thing where you put on your item you want to promote, and then people and you set a target figure. People can then donate to that. And if you hit the target figure, you get the money. If you don't hit the time frame allowed, you get fucking nothing.
Yeah.
You see. So that's it. Well, it's quite a clever thing.
Huh.
Here's a guy here who jokingly put up a thing on Kickstarter. His name is Zach Danger Brown. What a great name. Zach Danger Brown. And Zach Danger Brown had put up a thing saying that
that's given me an idea. How about then to an attempt to raise money? Do you have a middle name, sir?
I do, yes.
Yes. Would you like to change it?
Oh.
How about...
I mean, officially, I am, of course, Laird Scott Alexander Taylor.
Yes. How about we change it to Scott the Sasquatch Taylor? Legally, if we were to get a monetary donation.
Oh, no. The
Hold on.
Shouting.
Was that a yes from through the house? There we go.
Do it.
Can you imagine in the old passport? Scott the Sasquatch Taylor.
I don't think we can use the Sasquatch. How about Scott P. Wildebeest Taylor? Wildebeest would be a great middle name.
No, I think the Sasquatch. Because that's your entrance to the show.
So why am I doing this?
Because it would be fucking funny.
But no, so I then have to live with this fucking middle name and sign official paperwork with this. What if they say, add all names? I'm applying for a loan, add all names. The Sasquatch Taylor.
And obviously, only you can do it. I can't do it because I don't technically exist.
Well, when it comes... We'll maybe discuss this at a later date. If it came to raising funds for the show for this live event thing as well, then we may discuss it or not. But I don't know. Who knows? Fuck you. Who knows?
Fan powered dictates. Sorry.
So, speaking of course, live show, we do have Blair Nichols in the chat room who's saying, "What do you need to do a live show? A venue and some people, no money required." He might be able to help us out here. We'll speak to him later on.
I mean, Blair. Poles and naked women is optional.
That's it.
Optional, my friend.
Optional. So this guy on Kickstarter, of course, he set up his own Kickstarter and he wanted the grand total of £10. £10 to make a potato salad. You see? So, a joke thing. Give me £10, I'll make a tatty salad. I'll maybe make a video of said salad making and I'll post it online with your name as a donator to make tatty salad.
He's going to make a video, but I would imagine that it is in no way, shape or form as good as Papa Pink's pizza video.
Oh, well, maybe not. So, there's a $1 minimum pledge to back this Kickstarter to get this man $10, to make his potato salad, which is fine. He's now had 648 backers.
Yes.
And he's raised nearly £4,000 on this Kickstarter to make a fucking Thai salad. He's now said on the page, you know what, he said jokingly, if we hit $3,000, I'll make a video of said Thai salad making, and I'll mention some of the big, or I'll send certain donators a Thai salad recipe book. Oh, crap like this as well. He's made nearly
hold on.
$4,000.
Right, Tai Smara Mansur Barrow has accepted your friend request. This is what I'm fucking talking about, people.
So we're going to Kickstarter our fucking live show. That's what we'll do. You're right as well. I can confirm Tai Samara Mansur Barua has accepted your friend request.
Unfucking believable.
It's wonderful.
Fucking it's not wonderful. No, but the thing is, can you imagine, right, if we flip that round and we maybe use that as a concept, we can have a wee confab with the listeners. Now, the glass penis.
Right.
Maynard Lickett. Right? Can you imagine the money?
Oh
we had £100.
We nearly did as well, yes.
And a whip around. Cooper, get your tits in custard.
Okay.
shit like that.
So you're saying that what we do maybe for the marathon show is we set challenges for all the bastards, that if we hit a donation amount for that challenge, it is done.
Yes.
For example, Pink to unmask on the live show, perhaps. I don't know.
Well, we'd have to set the bar pretty fucking high, I think.
Who knows? But no, that's what we'll do. We'll have a wee chat off air and we'll discuss options and see what we can do. That's not a bad plan, sir.
Or if we just set a set limit, right? Say £50,
right,
for each thing, because there's no point in kind of going Pink to unmask £500 because that's fucking stupid. Right. £50.
Okay.
Right. For each thing.
Uh-huh.
Because that's the kind of thing where people could go, yeah, I'll chuck you a tenner. So, and then they can choose. We could maybe set six, 7 or 8 or 9, 10 type things where we can kind of go, here's the selection of things. If you put £50 towards such and such, it'll happen.
Okay.
We can have a confab on that.
What we'll do is for next week's show, for just to get the ball rolling, is for next week's show is for listeners out there to submit the best ideas for challenges for the bastards. And what I'll do is you post these in our chat group. If search for the Facebook group, search for DHB Video Shows -chat. Join our Facebook group there, you see, or on our Facebook page.
I mean, here's a for instance, because sorry to interrupt you, but I know that everyone will go, Scott to shave his beard. Now we know you're not going to do that.
I'm not going to do that.
Right? We know you're not going to do that because obviously the rubes likes it tickling her arse.
Right? Okay.
Now, what I reckon is that, but on the beard theme, Scott to dye his beard pink and have to leave it pink for 3 days, £50.
It would have to be during a period when I'm not working.
Why?
Because I'm not going to work in a fucking paper mill full of men with a massive pink beard.
With a pink beard, you'd be more used than a fucking toilet roll in the prison.
Holy shit. I would do that if it came crunch, you know.
But I reckon it has to be some beardy theme.
Well,
for you.
My thinking is, right, Pink, here's my thinking, is that for next week's show, people leave comments or leave a post in our chat group and let us know their ideas for challenges we can set to raise money for the mini marathon show or the following live show. And what I have in my hand here are pink balaclavas. What we do with these...
Originals. You can't get that shit anywhere else.
You can't. Original Pink's exclusive balaclavas.
Yes.
And only a few of these have gone out already, you see. But
there's not many left, actually.
Not at all. We will have one of these signed by all the bastards.
Yes.
Which you can win then for the best idea in the chat group for next week. How's that sound?
Yes.
A signed balaclava by the whole team getting sent out to whoever has the best idea.
Well, it's certainly signed by us because trying to get the fucking whole team, we couldn't even get them in for tonight's show.
Well, of course, Maynard was booked on tonight. Of course, busy. The Tesseract, busy. Steve's away in Aviemore. You know, the Coops, although the Coops might be appearing on the show very, very shortly. You know,
the Coops,
just, you know, I'm not going to confirm or deny, but you know, live in studio.
Wow,
I know. Just bear with me. But I think we are going to do a thing.
Make sure the doors are open.
Yes, I think we are going to start kind of trialing or bringing in some new guests. Keep things fresh, but also give us a bigger pool of folk we can then call from. On show times.
We do have someone who is on a 100 days of things that piss me off, is very keen to come on the show.
I would love to get them on the show. I think they'd be great on the show.
Yes.
However, could we do it through Skype, or it'd be better if they're in studio, but with being so far
tricky.
away, that's the hard part. What we might do is speak to that certain person because they're fun. I like them because they're funny as fuck.
Yes.
And I think they would do well on the show. Well, maybe trial how good their Skype connection is and see if they're game to be on a show.
Very game.
Have they said before to you?
Bang up for it.
Right. Okay. Well, that's what we'll do then. We'll speak to them and see if they're game to be on the show and blah blah. So we'll try the whole Skype thing with them. But yeah. So if you are Aberdeen based and you think you've got the fucking cojones or you've got the banter to be on the DHB, maybe as a kind of a guest. I'm not going to guarantee you a spot, but we might come on and bring you on and trial you on a show.
And it's one of these things that if you think you're funny, you're not getting on the show.
You're not funny.
If other people think you're funny, you could get on the show.
You've got a shot.
If you give it that, people think I'm fucking, they're right. What'll happen is you'll come in on the show and we'll all go, yay, hey, so how's it going? You'll go,
Yep. I think what we'll do is we'll bring them in and we'll trial them on an XS show. We'll do special XS shows with new guests.
Yeah.
And see how they roll, you know. And some
If
people
we're
can
wanting, if we're wanting to, like, say, road test them on a show where comedy and humor is not as essential.
Don't do it.
No,
I know. I can tell where you're going with this, and I'm applying the handbrake.
No, you don't know. Okay. I was going down a slight different road. Right. I was going to say we could maybe get you on Talk Derby to me, you know.
I thought you were going for the tried and tested.
No.
Okay.
No. We've
abandoned that cause.
As a theme for the night is we've ridden that pony enough.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have. So yes, that's the idea. If you think you can roll with the big dogs here at the Doghouse Studios, is you give me a shout, drop me an email, scott@dhbradio.com, or use our website, dhbradio.com, and there's a contact us link on there. Use that. Click that button, fill in your little information, send it on, and then we'll maybe get you in for an XS show and see how you get on. If you get on well, you might appear in the big show. Who knows, you know? But
you could become a fully fledged bastard.
You could be a bastard, you know. So let's try some new things.
Or a bastardess, because listen, women out there, we want you.
I mean, there is a local comedian guy I'm going to try and get on soon because he's a funny guy. See if I can get him to appear on a show soon. A guy called Scott Ironside. Quite a funny guy as well. He's said before he'd be interested in coming on for a wee chat. So we'll make him soon. But also that kind of theme, you know, if you're in the area, you think you can give a bash at it, we'll get you on an XS show and give it a try.
Listen, people out there, listeners, if you know someone that's Z-list celebrity style, right?
Okay.
I mean, you know, someone pretty obscure, and you think you could get them to phone in or whatever just to give us some content, fucking crack that bad boy.
Oh, listen, you steam in, fuck her right in the pussy.
Yeah.
Folks, okay, let's move on to some emails.
You've got some
mail.
So, Mr. Pink,
hello.
We do have some emails, which I believe are some of these.
The Right Honourable Reverend Pink brings us the Sin Bin.
What you folks there, if you aren't watching live, was see Mr. Pink scrabbling around quickly for something he can slam shut at the end. We're needing to get you a sin bin in here because you hear more regularly.
I need to bring an original down.
I know, yes, or we'll buy a whole new sin bin.
When you were up north, remember, I showed you the damaged Bagland.
The one you fucked up, your hand caught and it was just gold, trapped. So, hello Scott, Pink, Steev and Maynard, even though they're not here. Hopefully the Rev can put some things in the sin bin for me if that's cool. There's a girl called Dawn I know who lives her life on Facebook. Right, okay.
Right, next.
Well, let's have some background kind of atmospheric music there as well. And she's a fucking cock. All her tattoos are misspelled and were done by her on and off boyfriend.
Oh dear.
Who is not a tattoo artist at all, but maybe got an A+ at school for colouring in. One of the tattoos says inner strength, but is missing the G. So it's just STRENTH.
Oh.
Inner strength, which is on her left boob. And she shows off proudly all the time. Her 3 kids are all demons, and the police are always at their door for letting them run around trashing the street. I'm pretty sure one of them is called Champagne as well. She recently came out as gay, and then freaked out when she got dumped by her lover, and has now ended up with her previous boyfriend again because he knows what a woman wants, apparently. She posts these stupid articles that idiots always post about how Muslims are going to destroy the world and kill us all, and how she'll be kicked out of the country and all that shit. She's a terrible person, and the final straw was her getting caught recently by the police after a night out getting fucked in a church ground by a completely random bloke, not her boyfriend, while her kids were at home alone, probably shooting up heroin. Please, Pink, sin bin Dawn and make an example of this fucking dredge of society from Jamie Bates. So, Pink, I'll turn to your good self. I mean, it's a tough call, you know, because we have been before Neds and cunts and everything else. You know, Dawn could just be misguided.
The thing is, right now, I mean, I'm kind of almost morphing into a kind of a Vicar Maynard here with the kind of the you know, the pausing and the kind of,
oh yes,
you know,
Well,
she's going in the sin bin, right?
Right,
Now,
okay.
the reason why she's going in the sin bin largely is because of her sex, right?
Okay.
Right.
Because she has ovaries.
Yeah, because she has ovaries.
Right.
You know, but the thing is that, you know, she's got tattoos.
Yes.
Now, if you're going to have tattoos, right? Now, I'll segue into a small tattoo
Tread
story.
carefully, sir.
No.
Because you're in a house with two folk who are tattooed.
Yeah, and one's got good.
And one's stabby.
Yeah, right. The thing is that if you're going to have tattoos, they've got to actually be decent, right? Now, I'll segue into a thing. I saw a thing on I think it was YouTube last night. The kind of thing where if you it came off of there was a guy in the paper who just looked like an ordinary dad at home, decided to get some tattoos, fucking face and everything tattooed.
Oh yes,
right. It's like, it was in the fucking the Scum yesterday, right? And it was like unbelievable. And then I saw this video for a company that makes concealer, like foundation.
Yes.
Have you seen the video?
I have, yes.
Fuck
amazing.
me.
Yes.
Have you seen the now? Amazing tattoos. Unbelievable. It needs to be seen to be believed, right? This thing. But if you're gonna have tattoos, now you could have that, right? It's a bit freaky.
Yes.
It's a bit out there, but don't have shit misspelled.
True. Yes.
Don't have fucking Sonic the Hedgehog on your arse cheek because it was funny, right? Because that's fucking lame. If you're going to have tattoos, it should kind of mean something, be a bit personal and kind of, stupid fucking tattoos and also really shit tattoos are just fucking out of order.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
It's, there's a time and a place. You can have all sorts of things. It's, different things for different, but shit tattoos.
If you go to a tattooist who does it from their house, who invites you into their beer can and cigarette-covered living room and tattoos you there, it's not going to be good. It's generally going to be shit.
Pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
And the thing is, so she's got shit tattoos.
Shit tattoos. Misspelled shit tattoos.
Ovaries.
Right, okay, ovaries, yes.
Dabbled with the hairy plate.
Yes, possibly a child called Champagne. For all we know. Fucking that alone is up there.
Oh, guaranteed. Fucking and Chardonnay and just like that fucking
Jet Li.
Aye, India, like fucking fuck or other annoying names like fucking Katie Hopkins, right?
Well, that Katie Hopkins girl, did she not say on This Morning one time saying, I can't stand kids who are named after geographical locations?
Yeah.
And Schofield said, but isn't your daughter called India?
Hello,
Oh,
McFly. Fucking. What fucking Segway City here?
Okay.
McFly, have you seen the Biff out of the Back to the Future? His song that he wrote.
No, I did not.
Oh, right, we're segueing the fuck out of this. Right, get that up.
Okay.
Biff out of Back to the Future has written a song.
Biff song. Let's try Biff's song.
Right.
See if that gets any kind of hits on the old YouTubes here. Biff's question song?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Play that fucker.
Now, I believe his name is Tom Wilson.
When I'm flying in a plane or I'm on the street, there's a lot of famous people that I like to meet. They shake my hand and never ask my name, and they start asking questions that are always the same. Hey, what's Michael J. Fox like? He's nice. What's Michael J. Fox like? Nice guy. What's Michael J. Fox like? He's an alien. Stop asking me the question.
It's got a few verses.
I went to the bar mitzvah of my nephew Josh. Now I'm not Jewish, but I like to nosh. Put on my yarmulke, started to pray, when the rabbi leaned over and I heard him say, hey, was that real manure? No, it wasn't. Was that real manure?
Okay.
No, was that real manure? It's a movie. Stop asking me the question.
Okay, I like it.
Can we take your picture? Come on, look mean. Would you call my friend a butthead on his answering machine? Hey, questions, just fill my head. I went to my doctor said, hey, what does a key grip do? Set up lights. What does the best boy do? Help the key grip. What does a producer do? I don't know. Stop asking me the question.
That's okay.
Really good.
There is more, of course, but I'll leave you folks and look for yourself. I just found it as Biff's question song. From
fucking
guy Tom Wilson.
Really good.
That's really, really good.
Yeah, really good, because Biff from our childhood. is a legend.
Oh my God, yes.
A
In all
legend.
movies, yes. There we go.
Now, we've segued to fuck. Now,
We have.
Now, woman, tattoos,
champagne,
fucking
gay, then not gay, calling a
fuck-
church, getting pumped.
Oh, she's gone.
Oh, great.
She, I mean, she's gone.
Okay, she's
Hold
done
on.
it.
She's gone.
Okay, we have one more before we end for the tonight. We have
Yes.
one more email from somebody who simply calls themselves Deco.
Deco. Did he wear number 8 and play for Chelsea?
I have no idea. I'm assuming that's short for Derek, maybe Deco. Anyway, and Deco writes, "Hello, Pink, you cunt, LOL. I want to send Ben. Yep. I want to send Ben all the cunts that have written you guys and complained about no shows. LOL. Now, again, I'm going to try to read it as it's written with no punctuation.
So you're not throwing these in for comedic effect?
No. I want to send Ben all the cunts that have written you guys and complained about no shows. LOL. It's ridiculous and stupid. Don't they fucking know that you could stop any minute? Please don't stop. I love the show too much and the hosts are good.
Breathe.
From Deco. So please don't stop. It could stop any minute. Please don't stop. He loves the show too much and the hosts are good. So, I mean, that of course has to sway opinion.
Was that a sin bin question? Did I miss something there?
Sin bin all the cunts that have written
sorry.
you guys and complained about no shows. It's ridiculous and stupid. Don't they fucking know that you could stop any minute? Please don't stop. I love the show too much and the hosts are good.
Is there not now? See, trying to decipher who Deco is, we're going to get a little bit in-jokey and a touchy abstract here.
Okay, buckle in, folks. Could be a rough ride.
Right, could be a rough ride. I'm trying to ascertain, is Deco someone else? Does there, at the bottom, if you skip down a little bit, say PPS White Power, is it John Mackay?
It's not, but I like the in-joke reference. Well done, sir. White Power. Fucking John Mackay, you horrible bastard. And you're probably listening to fucking with your painted on little fucking Hitler tash and your right hand pointing there. You fucking Nazi bastard. Okay, so yeah, horrible fucking. So, what do you reckon, Pink? Old Deco boy there. Quite a firm request.
So basically, all the people, right, now, to be fair, right?
Okay, to be fair.
If you are going to put an LOL repeatedly in your letter, you're as likely as fucking night follows day,
right,
as to follow your sin bin request smoking into the bin.
Fleeing.
Right. Because now everyone who complains about us not putting a show on each week has to realise. Now, let me explain.
Okay.
That last week I came back down, I did a couple of days work, then Friday night I went and worked on the door, right? Did a few hours there, not as many as I would have normally done. Got home about 2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Then got up in the morning, worked all day, then door at night, then worked all Sunday, right? Then fucking got home. No, in fact, didn't get home on Sunday night. Went to bed about 1:30. Was up at 5:30 this morning to drive to my place, to then have a shower and then to go to work. Now I've been bursting my fucking balls all fucking day. All day. Sweat lashing off my fucking yak
Pink
to pay
my life.
the fucking bills,
Jesus.
right? So I get out of work.
Cry me rivers is bare nickels.
I get fucking home.
What a medal.
I have a little bit of fucking food. Then I have to drive 20, count them. 20 fucking miles. To Beirut here.
20 fucking miles.
To do a show.
Yes.
And we can only do a show if you haven't been at work, either doing day shift or night shift, to keep the fucking rain off your head. Keep the rain off of the fucking Polish fucking soap dodging bastards that are above you, right? To try and keep the fucking ribs and fucking shoes and cakes, right? You've got to work as well.
And broken jewellery.
So, good shout.
Right, okay.
Good shout.
Yep.
So to keep fucking us in the life we've become accustomed to, we've got to work. The planets need to align for us to do a show on a Monday.
Pluto's right up Uranus.
It's not like back in the day when we were he was just a doorman. Just a doorman, and I had worked kind of for some slack bastard up north.
That's
who
right.
may or may not have been just myself with my own business, right? Who had
You're giving away tons of
who had the fucking ability to just go, well, I'm not fucking working today or tonight, and I can just do a show at the fucking drop of a hat.
Whose work was basically at your house.
Yeah, who kind of was. I now work for the fucking man who tells me when I'm fucking working.
Okay.
Shit's real.
Shit's real, son.
You fuckers are just getting this fucking shit for free.
Holy
with the
fuck.
exception of Susie Biker, who we love. In fact, we'd probably both fucking scoot the fucking hairy plate clean eater for fucking paying £3.
Right, okay. Wow. Jesus Christ.
Fuck me, people. Have you any fucking idea?
That's a fucking epic rant.
Fuck.
Sweet Jeebus. On that note, we're going to call it a night. Fucking hell. What the fuck? So, wow. Okay. Pink, before we go, again, thank you to Luke Hall. Thank you to Richard Sutherland. And thank you to Susie Biker, who've all donated this week and done things for us.
And obviously, apologies to Stoobles.
Oh, okay. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Right. Folks, of course, again, thank you for supporting the show. And to continue to do so, please continue to go to our iTunes page or iTunes account and leave us a review on iTunes. A 5-star review, especially if you don't mind. Whatever you choose to leave, it's up to you. A little bit of comment and maybe a wee 5-star review would really help our show grow and get more exposure, as would you continuing to use the Amazon link, dhbamazon.co.uk, to do your Amazon shopping. That is our bread and butter. It pays our way for the show here. So keep that coming too,
exactly.
please.
Listen, what you do is you just go and type in, now, big man, remind us of the link. What is it? It is
dhbamazon.co.uk.
Now, what you do is you go into your favourites, change that and put that down as your URL.
As your bookmark.
Then you actually change the name and just put Amazon shopping.
It takes you direct to Amazon.
And it takes you there. It gives us a wee tickle, between the balls and the arse, that wee frat.
That's
that
just a wee frat.
Wee tickly. And that keeps the shit real. Now, what it is that, listen, we all want you to pay £3 a month. I know you all want to pay £3 a month. But by going on Amazon and buying your stuff, you actually do. It's a marvelous thing.
That's exactly it. It couldn't.
Listen, the more stuff you buy, the better.
Actually, Pink, if I could just pause you a second there, because we do have a phone call. Hello, caller, you're on the show. Hello, caller.
Fucker right in the pussy.
Okay, thanks very much for that. Okay.
Insightful and to the point.
Fuck it right in the pussy. So, yes, like I said, folks, the Amazon link really is our bread and butter, keeps the show in the air, and really helps pay our bills here. iTunes, of course, helps us get exposure and feel free, please, to go away and tell a friend. Tell a friend to come and join the show, to try it out. Tell them to listen in, give a couple of shows before they judge if they hate us or not. But bring your friends in, tell people you think would like our show about us, and bring more.
And do you know
folk in.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to the next time I'm offshore. Now we had some blown vinyl DHB stickers.
Yes,
which
right.
I believe
Yes,
you remember. There's one on the sin bin. I'm going to try and get one of those for the next time I'm offshore, and I'm going to put it on my helmet.
Excellent.
So
Excellent.
the thing is, I will be fully identified out there in the open, non-mask, sans mask,
Okay.
right, to where you can come up and say hello. And the first person, every rig that I go on to, the first person that comes up and calls me a cunt, I will personally buy them a t-shirt.
Oh, fucking hell, that's very good of you. Holy shit. Okay, so that gets
if you're medium in fucking oil, it's the least you can do.
Speaking of shirts, and I hate to keep pimping things out, but check out our dhbshop.com. There's some great shirts in there. They're all fantastic sizes. Hoodies, shirts, whole shooting match, cups, mugs, iPhone cases, everything else. There's more coming soon too as well, so keep your hands in there, dhbshop.com. I think on that note, we can say goodnight. Pink, good night. It's been emotional. We will catch you all on the flip side. Toodaloo, motherfuckers. Love you. Fucking right the pussy.
I can't see where you coming from, but I know just what you running from. And what matters ain't the who's matters, but the ones who stop you falling from your letter way on.
Why, aye, man!
I'm blind, PJ, I'm blind!